what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, uh, and sometimes Chris Walker. I think he might be on today. Coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it is what's today, Tuesday. Let me tell you something. You might want to, uh, you know, I can't tell you what to do. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Let me see. Trying to find. Okay, I'm trying to find. See, y'all. I told you they done redid my stuff here, so I'm struggling trying to find out where my cursor is because I got I got three screens now. I got three monitors now, and then it's supposed to be all sync, but I don't know, and I ain't got time to play with it right now. But guess what? It's Tuesday. It's a good time to share the show. Matter of fact, I didn't share it. Let me share it right now. Hold on. This is so important. I got to share it. Y'all gonna learn something. You're gonna learn something about yourself. You're gonna learn something about each other. You're gonna learn something, man. It's some basketball stuff, y'all. Boy, it's something else. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to share the show. You know I'm trying to share it. I'm good, but I'm not great at this stuff. I just shared it through Twitter. I was on Gina. I see y'all on YouTube. I shared it. What's up, Rob? Robert Young is in the building. I think he's with Brad. I think he was Rock and I think he was with Brad Nephew. Brad Nephew. I don't know your name, but what's up, everybody? Let me tell y'all something. This show is gonna be epic. All of them epic because think about it, we give you brand new and original content every single day. But what is one of these days that I just know, I got 100 topics to talk to y'all about. But I know Jimmy gonna have something. I know Chris gonna have something. We're gonna the Chop Shop never go scripted. So let me shout out to my starting five first. Let me look at my people over here. Let me see. Let me shout out to my starting five. We got Daryl Anderson. We got Corey Willis. Jessica Brooks, where you been? We miss you. Jeremy Davis, Brandon Nicholson. I love to see two women in the starting five. And my sixth man of the day is Jonathan Griffin. Jonathan, what's up, man? How you doing? I see you all out there. Hey, Mindy. Let me see where I'm gonna go. Let me go. So much to talk about. We was talking about history. We was just talking. Jimmy gave us a interesting story about why, when you go to a basketball game, the basketball players, they already had their uniforms on when they go to the gym. Even to this day, have the uniforms, get off and go in there. They change shoes, stuff. But back in the day, when they used to go to some of these gyms, black kids couldn't use the gym. The black people couldn't use the gym, the actual locker room or something. So they had to dress. They had to, take off their clothes right then. So we was talking about this. So that reminded me of something. And I just wanted to share something with y'all. I'm trying to find it. It was shout out. Do me a favor. Shout out to everyone in summer school. Hey, y'all. Jessica says she was. Shout out to everyone in summer school, especially the ones who teach it. Okay? And the reason I came across something yesterday, a name I want to share with y'all. A name, he was born July 23rd, a few days ago, in 1840 in Warren County, North Carolina. And you're gonna hear, you're gonna understand. I'm looking at history, and Jimmy was telling us about history and how. But let me show you something to all your kids that don't want to read, and I will play this tape for them. Okay, play this tape for them, all your kids. Hey, Joe Lewis, can we have Ed Russell a conversation about the power of teaching? The desire to learn. and why so many of us don't understand the importance of it. I just want to go to college and play basketball. I don't want to go to class. I I'm leaving trying to go pro, even though I'm not good enough, because I'm just tired of school. I think we understand. I think we understand it, but we haven't been conditioned to think of education. We have been conditioned to think as of education as just only going to college. You can get an education, but you got to be a willing learner. Got to be a willing participant. You you got to get your degree in order to be see this society say you have to get your degree in order to be a viable citizen. It's like those stepstones we have to step up on. You know, you got to get this to get this to get this to just get. Some of the most brilliant men I know that never went to college. Not to say college not important, but they got an education. And that's what I'm trying to express. Get a thirst for knowledge, y'all. But it's not about it's not about that. It's about just really knowing stuff. We got to know stuff, y'all. I don't think we push that enough. Uh, uh, to know the facts and to know the stats. Let's know stuff. That's why I give you these moments. You know, one dude told me, man, I just love the way you give us these moments. Because it's good. It's all right to know how to play basketball. It's all right to know little Johnny scored 30 points last night. It's all right to know that. But we got to, but if these kids don't know the facts and they don't know the stats, they'll end up like Calamari. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. You remember I told y'all last week? Told y'all about that contract. I told y'all some stuff was in it. I told you. But this gentleman, y'all got to hear me on this one, Ed Russell. Ed Russell, you can use this in your sermon. This gentleman's name was John Adam Hyman. Hyman, Hyman. What was fascinating about him, Mark Edwards, and I want to share with y'all his story. It's a fascinating story. A sympathetic white jeweler he used to work for, be an apprentice for, because they had you know it was slavery, but you can learn up under somebody, you can apprentice up under somebody, but it's still slavery. And he gave him a spell book. Gave him a spell book, a book that you can spell letters with, right? Think about this. A white jeweler gave this enslaved man a spell book, and this man devoured it. He didn't go to college, he didn't go this, but he had a thirst for knowledge. And of course, his master discovered he could read, and then what'd he do? Sold him Twyla Brown to Alabama. Y'all got to follow this now. This is some real stuff. When you sell a slave down south, Jeremy Davis said he thought about me. I tried to tell you. I gave y'all a teaser last week. But when you sell a slave, he was in North Carolina, so he called himself selling a slave, selling them down south, because it was like punishment. It seemed to be harsher and harsher the farther south you go down. So this dude can read. This dude was literate. This dude, a black man, to learn how to read, and he said, no, he's a problem. I got to sell his black ass. And on that plantation, he was sold again because they thought he was teaching other enslaved people. Y'all hearing me? It's designed for you to stay ignorant. And all ignorant means is not know. He was sold 8 more times, Chris Charles, just because he knew how to read. Ed Russell, just imagine, you in bondage. You sold because you can read now. What's up, Marcus Carroll? You have a thirst for knowledge. You are so because you might teach somebody else something. You think they want me to teach all this? Some of y'all might know this. So some of y'all so brilliant. No, man, it's more about the mandatory film, man. Man, it's more. But we'll talk about Calamari. I'm talking about the power of being an educator. The power of being a teacher. Notice I didn't say go to no university. Notice I didn't say Mr. Kyle, what was that? Mr. K. Lyles said they were upset because he was educated and they couldn't take it away from him. Y'all got to hear this now. But also the power thirsting for knowledge. Y'all, that's what I've been doing. That pandemic, it changed me. Jason, I was stuck in the house, Darius. Couldn't go nowhere for a year and a half and 2 years, all them years. Darius, I took classes online. I did everything. I found out Harvard had free classes online. I took a couple of them. Some people talking about, man, you really took them classes? Hell yeah. It was free. This man was sold 8 times before the age of 25, Darius McKay. I'm talking about John Adams Hyman. Look him up. Oh, that's Kevin Lyle. Oh, that's my man. Watch this, Kev. You've been doing good on your lives, Kev. I'm proud of you, baby. Guess what, though? Because at the age of 25, y'all, the 13th Amendment freed him. Okay? It freed him. He found his way back to North Carolina to his family and enrolled in school where he received an education and he became a landowner and a merchant. He ran for office. He became an active member of the Republican Party, which at that time, don't get it confused, listen to my words. At that time, it was the party of Lincoln that did the Emancipation Proclamation. It's a different Republican Party now. Okay? All right? All right. I'm trying to help you out. But he and 132 Republicans were elected to the Constitutional Convention, y'all, which crafted a new constitution for the state of North Carolina. When you think about these laws, these rules, think about this. This black man in 1868 helped craft a new constitution. This dude that they didn't want to read in North Carolina, and this was, and this is what it called for. He drafted a new resolution, and it called for what? Public education available to all. He ushered that into North Carolina, something that he sponsored. He was elected to the North Carolina Senate in 1868. Served it. Y'all listen to these dates, 18. This dude did this back in 18. And we talking about what we can't do right now? He served there until 1874. I just think about the will. That's why I'm talking to y'all right now. This is why I want your kids to listen to this. I'm talking about the will of somebody who generationally believed, he was generationally born to believe that he was nothing. But somehow, inherently, he knew he was great. Hold up, I'm trying to find something. Hold up, I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to get Jim in here. Think about this, y'all. He got a spell book. No one taught him how to navigate that spell book. And they wanted to share this. And he wanted to share this. And then he wanted to share this knowledge he had with everybody. The power of that thing right there is so important that they had to create a law to prevent it. Think about it, y'all. The dumber you were, the better you were. Our sister, I'm gonna bring you in, Jimmy. Our sister, Issa Rae. Y'all got to hear my heart on this. Jimmy, I'm about to bring you in. I know you're looking down. I'll hit you when you're looking up. Our sister Issa Rae has a show on HBO Max, I think, called Rap, S-H-I-T. Okay? I ain't mad at her, y'all. I love Issa Rae. These are our people. I love our people. Then they got this show called the Brooklyn Misdemeanor, Flatbush Misdemeanors on Amazon Prime that some of our young people are watching. All this baby talk, for me, it's hard for me to understand it. But I understand these are our people. I'm not rejecting anyone's humanity. But let's be very clear. Literacy is absolutely not at the center of the popular image of American people in this country. This is why some people call us a kata. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. If you watch that movie with Wesley Snipes in it, something about here, gangster movie. When I watched part of the show the other night, the part I did see, I couldn't we have written it without all the B-I-T-C-H's in it and all the N-words in it? Issa Rae, you're a brilliant girl. Couldn't we have gotten the message across of a young lady striving to try to break into the music business and trying to keep her dignity? Sugar Hill, thank you, Mark. I love you, Mark. You don't talk like that, Lisa Rae. But why though? Yo, you make me sick. But why though? You got to do that. Say less, say less, say less, say less. Let me be great. Let me be great. I had to turn that mess off, man. Let me tell you something. I ain't mad at nobody, man. It's the fault of the social structure I've been telling y'all about. I'm bringing you back in. I got you, Jimmy. I was listening to y'all to a town hall. And I told y'all, and one of our participants was Don People, one of the most powerful real estate. Those the kind of images that I want. And Jimmy, I was talking about John Adams Hyman. All he went through, they didn't want Jimmy. He got sold 8 times just because they knew he can read. They want us to be, they want you to put these kind of images on the TV. I don't mind us watching it, but our kids be watching this mess, man. Say less, say less. I mean, I watched it for about 5. I said, what the? This is an Issa Rae movie? But that's why I said, what Tim Reed said at his film institute, at a film institute a couple of weeks ago, Jimmy, he said, we don't need just more black directors and more black filmmakers and more black doctors and more black lawyers who just gonna keep perpetuating the same old stuff. We need something that's centered around us. That ain't us. Us is John Adams Hyman, Jimmy. Somebody gave him a spell book, and he messed around and learned how to read it on his own. And then his owners said, hold up, he can read. I'm selling him down there to Alabama. They're going to break him of all that reading. Then he go down there, and then they catch him again. They sold him to another place. Then they sold him. Now, this is history. They want us to be, ladies and gentlemen, illiterate. And here they got a saying, you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. We should be, furious about that. Then we got a kid that these people giving because of his talent. See, they love your talent. They love when you sing and dance for them. Calamari. And they put stipulations in his contract. Embarrassing me. I don't know about y'all, I was embarrassed. Saying, you got to study for 4 hours a week. Young kid addicted. He got a lot of money. He addicted to gaming. He don't understand he's one of 30. Ain't but 30 starting quarter. He's the #1 pick in the draft. I can't wait till Chris Walker get on. We'll talk about it a little bit more. But me and Chris got a little thing with him. But put Calamari as a footnote. We finna learn from that today. It's a lot of lessons to be learned from that today. But what's up, Jimmy? What's going on, baby?
What's the word?
Man.
Chop shop.
Yeah,
we up in this thing on this Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
Man, you and Chris Walker, y'all started some stuff on yesterday.
Y'all started some stuff. I don't care nothing about them old ass basketball players. I'm telling you, y'all started some stuff, not me.
Y'all started some stuff.
I don't care. Hey, what you be saying? I give 2 shits about some old basketball players.
Yeah, but that's Black history.
Yeah.
And a great amount of viewers that's from the Chop Shop, because we based in Houston. They watch, and they couldn't wait for the day. And here's in case you missed it on yesterday. First of all, this is the perfect time for you guys to share the show. Share it right now to a group. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna share too. We gotta practice what I preach. I'm sharing. We got a mass share about to go on. Let me go on the YouTube. Boom Boom Room 2. I'm giving a thumbs up.
I'll sit back and listen, because I'll sit back and listen.
Giving a
I
thumbs
have no
up.
idea. When I don't know nothing about something, I just sit back and listen.
Yeah, but then you insert a question or two that out of curiosity, and that's how I keep the vote rolling. You know. So that means you're being engaged because you want to ask a question. But now here's the deal. So yesterday we had Chris Walker, and of course he was on having. We were grooving and talking basketball, of course, and while taking a blast to the past, we were talking about name your starting 5 basketball players from the greater Houston. Well, actually, it was from Houston of all time. Then we branched out and say, well, because Chris Walker was a star point guard from Milby High School in the late 80s. And say, okay, with Chris, top 10 point guards in greater Houston. Do you think you wanted them? And Chris was, so it was assumed that Chris, because we talked after the show. And so I want to, in defense of Chris, we talked after the show, and Chris, because he made a claim, yes, I'm definitely one of the top 10 point guards to ever come through. Well, Chris, and I'm relaying this to you guys, he'll be on later. He was talking about, and he meant and thought he implied Houston Independent School District, HISD. So that's a whole nother topic, because he did say it yesterday. I say, well, Chris, that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother category. But yes, so Chris Walker said that with his chest, and we'll go and measure that. And Chris is on, and we'll lead up and narrow down.
Measure it, Jimmy. This is just like talking about the GOATs. Was Michael Jordan better than LeBron? How are we gonna measure it? What are your parameters? What did y'all give some groundwork? How you gonna measure it?
That's the good question. That's how you normally in these type of conversations. That's one of the things that you do. First of all, first measure was, we said, the area. So yes, Greater Houston. So that's first. So that means what that's the first. That way if you reside somewhere outside of Greater Houston, this ain't for you. Secondly, the ground rules have to be set. That's what I'm saying. So setting the ground rules, I want Chris and hopefully get on, and that way
Be
you can
on in 3
understand.
minutes.
Yeah, so that way you can understand what as we agree.
Is
It's
it?
kind of like
Hey,
it's
look what Marcus said. Is it high school career, not college,
no.
not pro?
Remember yesterday we established that with Chris.
High school.
We said high school only. Now
Only.
that was already on the
Oh, we
board.
talked about class. Yes, because of class
We
was
said
terrible.
high school only.
Only.
And I want you guys to follow with me, take notes,
Okay.
because this topic, I looked at the Facebook post on yesterday.
I did. I didn't even know it was a Facebook post.
There's like 200 comments.
I didn't even know.
And I was just marveled of how many guys that's from certain eras. They basically listed guys that they knew without any respect for some of the elders. And sometimes, in other words, if I respect you, Adam, enough, and I respect this other guy enough, and I'm already going to acknowledge and say, you know what, this is the best coach ever. This guy here knows it. Or if I respect Ralph Cooper to a certain, but at the same time, you have to use a measuring stick, because if you know those people are not watching, didn't get to see De'Aaron Fox, for example. If you know they didn't get to watch him, then you can't fault them for thinking their guy's better. Mm-hmm. So you got to use your own.
That's why it's subjective. That's yes.
Right? So then what you do, so that means now the qualifying ballots. You follow me? So that means if certain guys, like certain people know that certain people, I saw Rob Williams play, but I was in the in the 6th grade when he was in high school. You see what I'm saying? But I watched him in the 7th, 8th grade in middle school while he was at U of H. And you watched him at in the Adams gym when I was a little boy. But that doesn't mean I was watching him with an understandable basketball eyeball. It was just that you got to see him. You didn't know what the hell he was. You didn't know basketball like that at the 6th grade. Well, most of us didn't. Hell, and some of you guys still don't.
He's here.
So the ground rules, as we said, some of them. Greater Houston. What's going on, C-Walk?
What up, baby? I like that hat.
Oh, no. I don't like that hat. Where's my Astro gear? What are you gonna do? You just gonna renege on the bet?
No, I'm not gonna renege. I'm not a renegger. So I mean, I'm gonna make sure that.
Yo, you not a what?
Ooh,
you not a what?
I'm not a renegger.
I heard what he said. Right, but Chris, I happen to like that hat because boy, you gave me some good seats. Hey, I was at the championship when y'all won it, and boy, we had a ball. So guess what? I like Villanova for that one day, y'all. That one day, I was a Villanova fan.
One thing for sure, and no disrespect to Penny, y'all wish y'all could have the kind of success we have. So if they ever did, Lord have mercy, Bill Street will be on fire, because a good chance. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna diss Penny like that.
I got a question. Do you have?
I got faith in Penny.
Send me your address so I can send you some Astros gear. Because you don't act like you don't. You gonna wear this Astros.
I'm gonna wear some. We gotta pick a day though.
You need to be wearing it every day.
No. We just said one day. We got to pick it up. We got the Subway Series today. You know that, right? Mets Yankees. Starts today.
Can't stand him.
All eyes on the city. Anyway, get back to what y'all was talking about. I don't want to interrupt because I got to talk about that Calamari stuff.
Come on. No, Jimmy. Let Jimmy get no.
Let Jimmy finish.
No, let Jimmy finish. Yeah, let him get it. Yeah, come on, Jimmy. Come on, point guards. Come on, players.
Get my camera lined up. Now.
Oh, man, Mindy said I got to put it in the background too. She's going too far now. You're going too far, Mindy.
Get over here.
Hey, you gonna leave Mindy alone?
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
So the ground rules we said Greater Houston, right?
Yeah.
And then the next ground rule was what we just say out of the uh, the high school career only,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And now this is the part where because everybody and I you can't talk basketball with everybody, man. You really can't. You really can't talk basketball with everybody. And then a lot of guys out there that's watching right now, you might have worked out certain players. You might have, had your fingerprints on their development. That means now, of course, your heart is going to be in a certain bit into that kid, and you're going to throw a name out there and we'll be like, "What? Him? Really? Man, get out!" And then now that person gets defensive because you done fly swatted his prized pupil into nomination. Here's what I'm thinking, Chris. Off Away from your high school team, because there's always been a grassroots basketball. It just wasn't. You just couldn't, or non-scholastic season. You just couldn't play in Texas. You couldn't play in all-star games until 1978, 79, when Greg Kite filed the lawsuit, the mass class action lawsuit, and opened the doors. But you still could play. And a lot of guys from back in yesteryear, as opposed to today, they get a lot of their notoriety on social media today. Yesteryear, you had to go and earn it on the slab or in the YMCA, playing with the grown folk, or the funding recreation center, or one of the park and rec, whether it be Judson Robinson, whether it be Tidwell Park, whether it be Sunnyside Gym, whether it be Love Gym. You had to go and earn it no matter what. Somebody grown was gonna get you and bring you to one of them Saturday morning sessions where some old
runs.
cats,
they used to call them runs. Where can I get a run?
I mean, seriously, they had them on different sides of town.
Yeah.
And they validated you there.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't nowhere around that in Houston.
Right.
Everybody that was that dude, they were willing participants in going and play against out of their normal elements. So with that being said, when you nominate a player, guys, what did that play? Does that player have any merit on his non-scholastic season? We know what the school, because everybody's scholastic season is going to be right in your face. But say, for example, if you're telling me that a point guard is one of the top 10 point guards in the history in the last 50 years, and he went on his summer basketball team and didn't even start, then how in the hell can he be number 10 if the other guys ain't at least number 9 and number 8?
Right.
He's not.
Right.
Number. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people just, you throwing names. This guy was good.
Are we nominating people? What are we doing right now?
We're entertaining the subject now, because after the show, Chris, and before you got on, I explained them. You really, when you talked about yourself at the end about top 10, you were implying HISD. But since we had already entertained this other topic, we'll proceed. Yeah. We're giving everybody a chance to share the show, so everybody can follow on in the room, and let's get it on. Meanwhile, shout out to Chad Groth over in Phoenix, Arizona, man. What's going on, West Coast, Chad? Chad. I'm surprised Chad ain't in Las Vegas right now. Don't forget, guys, while we're speaking of Las Vegas, tonight, 8 p.m. Central Time, Wesley Yates III will be live on ESPN alongside Bronny James. They'll be playing the Strive for Great team. They've cut half the team since P Jam the other day.
No, it was intentionally, Jim, it was intentional. This was LeBron. He told his daddy, "Man, I want to pick me a whole new team. I'm gonna keep the white guy with the goggles."
What are you calling? What that mean? What that mean? You done with the other ones? That mean the other ones got Ginsu.
Hold on.
We fulfilled our commitment to them. Now I'm finna go. I want to go run with some more people today, Daddy. And hold on.
So I thought Wesley played with Live On. What happened with that? They're not playing
Their
anymore?
season
No, the
is
season's
over.
over.
Really?
Yeah, the season's over. Chris.
EYBL is over, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right.
Okay.
Okay. Go on. Keep going.
So as we have the course, that's 8 p.m. Central Time. Strive for Greatness will play, I think, can they think the name of the team they're playing.
What
But
event
it's
they
gonna be
playing
live.
in?
There you go. Put that right over Chris' face.
No, I got it. I got it, man.
Look at that number.
Put it down on his head.
I got it, man. Okay. Keep going.
2017 though.
That
No,
was
you
for me.
probably go down a little more with it. Go down a little more with it.
It
Okay.
was 2022. You know that.
As far as I can go. Hold up. I can make it
You can
small.
go further.
There
You
you go.
can go further. You can go further.
No, I got you. Okay. Mindy, that's for you. You gonna quit mess with Miss Collins around here,
I keep
player.
telling y'all I'm from H-Town, so I don't know what y'all talking about. So
No,
I'm on that back
Chris.
ways.
Chris, but your blood is everywhere else. You might be from H-Town, but you got some
That
more
ain't
people
true.
blood.
That ain't true, baby. That
You
ain't
got some
true,
more
baby.
people blood in. So
I'm
come on,
H-Town,
Jimmy.
baby.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Cletus.
So yeah, to make sure you mark that, I've got set my DVR and just in case, because I'll be going back and forth Astros game. Got a meeting this evening, but make sure you guys watch this because this is definitely an opportunity for Wesley Yates. Him and Bronny James played together in the 4th grade
Yes.
with the Blue Chips, and remember that was right around the time when Take My Talent, that video services had just came abroad. They made video. Next thing you know, it went viral with Bronny on the Blue Chips squad, which they eventually got a separate Blue Chips team, which was based out of Ohio, where Bronny was living. Thank God. And then Tuffy Rhodes, the former baseball star, Japanese Hall of Famer in baseball, he coached one of those Blue Chips teams. Clyde Jackson is the founder of the Blue Chips team. So this is like a reunion for Bronny and Wesley. They are the only members from that original Blue Chips team who are playing on tonight.
Mikey Williams not playing?
Man, let's talk about something else. Come on.
He wasn't with that team.
Oh, Mikey Williams not with that team?
No.
Don't even talk about him no more. Come on. Let's talk. Come
Yeah,
on,
with
Jimmy.
that team. So now, Chris, your point guards. Greater Houston.
Damn, man, you put me on the spot.
Another ground rule. What span are we using? Because some people, you understand, when you make your own list, guys, you can make your own ground rules. I'm thinking in all fairness, because we can go both ways, but we had already started this conversation, and we can't. And for some, in all fairness, there you go, right there.
Man, I'm trying to get it, man.
Going on. So what's
Come on, Jimmy. Don't pay no attention to him.
Yeah. Now,
naming some dudes or what?
Now, of course, Chad say Gary Charles, the big time, Las Vegas big time, used to be the Fab 48, but he and Dino split ways for some reason. Unknown.
Well, no, they did split ways, but they brought the big time. It used to be called the big time. He brought the big time back.
Yes, but the name Fab 48,
yeah,
they both were in on that initially.
Yes,
and they made a split. So this event tonight will be part of Gary Charles's Big Time, which was the original name that Adidas had implied when Sonny Vaccaro ran it back in the days. It was called the Las Vegas Big Time. So,
right.
Point guards, I'm nominating Chris to go 50 years. That'll put us right there in integration. Because we start the name.
Time ago, man.
Okay, here's why. Here's my defense. Here's why. When they start to do the NBA top whatever, they don't separate it.
That's the
year.
NBA, Jimmy. This ain't no damn NBA.
But Jimmy, they didn't have 3-point line back in integration. It's a different game, man.
You done went to that damn.
Okay, they didn't have a
that award
3-point
ceremony. You done came back like you done got exercise a demon. Now you want to talk about everything.
But the same process is so funny because this is somebody explained to me. The NBA has a process where there's individuals, human beings who grew up on one era or the other, most likely the other era, right? And they all had fingerprints in choosing their top 50, then their top 75, right? Now there was no 3-point line before '86 for those guys as well.
What
I
are we gonna
agree.
get the people that's 70 years old? We got some people 70 years old finna help us with the 50-year-old people, the people who's what we
Well,
gonna get?
and absolutely, and that's where you ask them. That's why I mentioned you earlier, Hannah. If you respect whoever you respect the utmost in basketball, that everybody has somebody, or at least two people they respect with the utmost about a certain sport.
So you gonna ask them about it?
So you ask them their thoughts about who was better, this, that, who were their top. Then you compare those and you morph that in the back of your thoughts and use that as a case in point.
Come on.
Because I respect you enough to be an extension of what I may be trying to find out.
I thought it was about people that we have experienced and we have witnessed.
Okay, but that's the case. If that's the case, then how the hell Chris Walker gonna be qualified because he didn't live in Houston to anybody past 2000?
I did live in Houston. What are you talking about?
Well, you lived in Houston for a cup of coffee.
What do you mean? You
3
talking about
years.
high school? I went to school in Houston though.
It's high school only.
So we're depending on other people to give us our opinion, and we're gonna take these opinions.
Okay. So
I'm trying to clarify this. Go ask somebody in those eras, because I didn't know none of them players. So I got to ask every damn body, because I don't know none of them. I ain't never seen none of them play. So I got to depend. So I really can't have an opinion. What I have to do, I got to qualify mine is, man, I asked this guy about it, then I asked this guy about it, then I asked this guy. So that's how I have to qualify. I can't have a list.
I give you a case and I'm gonna give you a response to that. I'm gonna give you a scenario that I know probably has happened before. Chris Walker, while you were a college coach, did anybody that does national rankings ever call you and lean on you about your thoughts on a certain players, on how good they thought they was while they was getting ready to comprise their national rankings? What the hell is the difference?
Absolutely.
They do it all the time, Hatter. They do it all the time.
But
ESPN, Paul B. Carter has called me a million times, asking me about thoughts about this guy versus that guy and this guy, and he'll take the thoughts.
So one of the ground rules is, I don't know none of these players, so I got to go and find out from somebody. I got the Paul B. Carter. I got the call. Okay. I'm not trying to change the rules of your game. Like sometimes you'll come try to change my opinion. You'll come try to change my damn whole. If this your thought process, I'm gonna follow it. Let's go. Come on.
Everybody that makes an all-time a list. Put it like this: I've made and comprised a list before from out of Greater Houston, and that list was in the magazine 2 different times. At one time, back about 15 years ago, I comprised a top 70 list, something like that. And in doing so, I had to go and sit down and talk with various guys from the old school. I felt compelled and obligated to do so. Okay. There was no way I was going to go and proceed without talking with Jackie Carr, without talking with Stubblefield, without talking to guys that played in those eras, and Alvin Brooks. And I talked to many of those guys and beyond about their thoughts and opinions about guys they played against. I did a lot of R&D during comprising that list. All right. And so then you're still going to find you're going to leave somebody out. But I felt good and I felt qualified with it because of all of the people that I polled in the process.
I got it.
That's the thing I'm saying.
I'm going to follow your rules. I'm not finna change your whole thing around. I'm about to follow your rules and ask people. So my thing is, who were the top 5 players in the last 50 years? Hey, that's what I'm trying to ask.
No. Top 10 point guards.
The top 10 point guards in the last 50 years.
From this area. And see how that's the thing about it. You didn't see none of those guys until a certain year, and you didn't even pay attention to none of those guys. So I mean, you yourself, you would be asking just as a third party or fourth party.
Hey, Jimmy, 90% of the people on here gonna be asking as a third party, because a lot of these people didn't see these guys. I've lived here since '80. I just didn't go watch their ass play, but I watched.
A lot of
Huh?
You didn't move to Houston until what year?
82.
Some of the best, arguably, if you was to ask people, right, some of the top high school teams of all time, if they pick 5 of them, people arguably 3 of them came before 82.
I know, but guess what I remember though? Madison and Willow Ridge.
Yep. 85.
That's what I remember when I got here. Sean Gay.
Madison and Willow Ridge didn't become
Madison
a basketball.
85, but Madison
It was
85.
later. I'm just talking about since I've been here. You just said since I've been here. They
That's a
came
big
later.
So Madison, which one of the Madison teams?
Sean Gay. Sean Gay.
So-
That's all I remember when I first got here.
Who else do you remember off that team?
That's it. Sean
Oh
Gay.
man, stop! Come on, Hal.
Kimo.
That was more than him. That team was.
Excuse me, sir. You asked me a question. Hold up. I'm listening to your thing. You asked me a question. I don't remember, but Sean Gay. That's it.
Who was the other guy on that team that was good?
Man, you had Kimo. You had Cedric Brown at the point guard. You had Gary McGee, who played at U of H. He was at the guard. Also, they had basically 3 point guards. Because Sean.
When did Tony Gatlin play?
Tony Gatlin was on that team as well.
Okay, I remember
him.
him. Them the only 2. I don't know the rest of them dudes.
I just named you the starting 5.
But I don't know of them.
That's what I'm saying. If you saw them play the way that they played.
No, I didn't see them play. I heard about Sean
So you didn't
Gay.
even see him.
Excuse me.
So you didn't see Madison play.
I didn't see him play. I
That's why I was
heard
asking you
about
earlier.
Sean Gay.
Oh, yeah. So that means that goes hand in hand.
You wasn't listening to me.
No. I asked you, when did you come here, right? And then who did you see when you first? That way. So now,
I heard about Sean Gay.
Oh yeah, it's different. That's why I said, oh man, because there's no way you could have saw him without not noticing.
Gay. That's all I heard about.
Kimo went to Baylor, right? Gary McGee went to U of H. Tony Gatlin played and was starting at TSU the next year. Cedric Brown was an underclassman. That was a class of 85, but he was a class of 86. So he was a part-time starter in that unit that awfully ran the thing and was an extension of the coach. Me and Cedric actually went to elementary school together at River Oaks Elementary. Me, him, Reggie Moore, and those guys, we all went to elementary together. But we're talking, just tuned in. We're going through the blast to the past and the present. Top point guards, top 10. So just like in a sense, like how you heard about Sean Gay, that's the same theory that I, in a sense, like I mentioned earlier, Chris Walker, you may have heard about Rob Williams, who's your fellow alum from Milby High School, but you didn't actually get to see Rob play in high school. You were like in the 3rd grade.
I played him 1-on-1 and they towed me up. I know that.
When you was in high school?
Yeah, I played him 1-on-1 when I was growing up. No,
when did Rob come out of high school?
78,
79.
Yeah, so he was grown. He was grown. Yeah.
And so like, but the stories I've heard, and you kind of can piece stuff together, because it's like you saw the guy play in college and you saw him play in the pro-am, and as your basketball mind is morphing itself, and you can kind of feel the gap, like this dude, and everybody telling you these tall tales and these stories about him, how he's doing this and he did that, and he did this before the game, did this during the game, did this after the game, and still dropped this and talked it. And it's like, this dude, he had to be, nobody disputing the tall tales about him. Some folk got tall tales and they just that. They're fictitious accounts that are lopsided. Mostly
I'm
everything
waiting on the list, man. Give me a list. How are you gonna go from 1 to 10 to 1? 10?
No, there ain't no order.
Oh, in no order. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Give me
no
one.
order.
Give me one.
Now, Rob Williams.
He was that good in high school.
He was that good in high school.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just Chris, I didn't see him.
Yes, Hatter. Just like you love Larry Finch. Yes.
He was that good. He was that good.
Hold on, Jimmy. Rob Williams. Who else?
We got Rob Williams. And based on, I'm giving you right now some of the no-brainers. And this list is going to be, we're going to stop at a certain point. This conversation is going to have plenty of legs on it.
All right.
we had TJ Ford on the list.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And Chris, somebody just asked you about Smokey McCovery. That's right around your time, right there.
No,
They
we
were
talking about
40,
point
and that was-
guards, Kevin Lyles.
Smokey was point guard.
No, I'm talking about Ricky Winslow wasn't no damn point guard.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you was coming on
And,
Smokey
and, and
McCovery.
this is another ground rule, another house rule. I'm glad you brought that up, Al. Because so many people got different definitions of point guard.
Oh, shit.
So many people.
You know what a point guard is.
Is he a scoring point guard? Is he a this point guard? Here's what I got.
Nah. We
Here's
know
what I
what
nominate.
point guard is.
Here's what I nominate, Chris. How about this? What position did you play when you got to college? They're gonna tell you if your position transfers.
Well, we talking about but we talking about high school though.
We talking about high school, but that's a measuring stick you can use to measure if that guy was indeed a point guard, because that means his skill set. Everybody can play the point, and so all these stars handled the block and brought the ball up and down the court. It's like Ricky Williams did. Ricky Williams.
This gonna be our list. We ain't worried about them. Now give me so you get what? Hey, I'm gonna tell you, this dude just said Luster Goodwin.
Yeah, he was a good one to you tell. Pony.
I know Pony. I played against him in the pro-am. He was a formidable pro.
Yeah.
You know, I used to kill him, but he was formidable.
Oh.
He was formidable. No, for real, go ask it.
Out of your shorts are so tight, you got a yeast infection. But stop with all that.
I ain't gonna tell you what you had. I'm not gonna tell you. It started with a C, but keep going. But Jimmy, what else you got, man?
I'm trying
Jimmy,
to
go through the list, man.
Go
through your list.
Hold on. I got me a Jimmy. Hold up, you playing around. I got me a list. So my homeboy sent me a list. Hold up, my homeboy
Jimmy playing too much. Get your list.
Jimmy, you playing around too much.
No, I'm looking for the
Rob
post.
Williams, Juice Williams, Tommy Griffin, Luster Goodwin, T.J. Ford, and De'Aaron Fox. That's 2, 4, 6. That's 6 of mine. You told me to lean on somebody else, and I leaned on their ass.
I said for people that you haven't
That's
seen.
2 Milby Buffaloes on that list.
I say lean on a collection of people.
I ain't got no collection. I trust this. I trust this, Judge.
That's 2 Milby Buffaloes, by the way.
So now you take that one.
Two to do for Milby? I'm cutting their ass off.
Chris Walker on there, it's going to be 3 dudes from Milby, just so you know.
Yeah.
Chris, my next 4 names, your name ain't about to be one of them. I'm just telling you that right now. Come on, Jimmy.
Okay, that's cool.
So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go and just go and get this 10 out here and get the 10. And then it's gonna be really funny right here. Eddie Combo from Wheatley.
Oh yeah.
High school only.
Oh yeah. Combo.
Huh?
I have to say,
Yeah,
I heard
just
so
put your
much.
list. I'm not going
I'm talking to you, Chris, as we go. Right?
I definitely put Combo on there.
Okay.
Hey, Jimmy. Let's give Darryl Bonds. I'm gonna give you a mulligan right now. We said if B.J. Tyler was in the greatest Houston,
I'm gonna nominate with B.J.
Okay.
So watch this right here.
B.J. was cold now. Don't get that shit.
Okay, so watch this right. Watch this. This finna get this. See, it don't get fun until once you get to 10. That's when the shit get really fun. You know why? Because everybody name you put on after that, we got to take a name off. You see? That's when it get really fun.
I got one I'm gonna put on there and make all y'all mad in a few minutes.
That's when it gonna get really fun. So another name, somebody, Tack Minor. High school only.
High school, Tack was yes.
Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy Mason. Does Tommy Mason Griffin make this list?
Yep. Tommy was the most feared player. Oh my God! When people from Memphis ask me about Tommy, come on, man. You live in Houston. You ever seen this dude named Tommy Mason Griffin? Yes, he got to be. Come on.
Okay. Does Daniel Gibson make this list?
See, you guys are only talking about guys that played during the AAU era.
Daniel don't make this list right now.
Okay.
But you
wait a minute, Daniel Ewing or Daniel Gibson?
Daniel Gibson.
On high school, Daniel Gibson. Hell yeah. I thought you were talking about Daniel Ewing. Yeah, Daniel Gibson. Hell, he hit what, 70?
Okay.
He hit one game?
Now, mind you guys, this list isn't the final version.
This just the framework. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting to 10. Then now once we get to 10, Then you put
Y'all
one
already
on,
know I'm gonna put Bryce on there. Yeah, so y'all can get mad at me already. I'm putting Bryce on there. I'm just talking. Bryce Griggs, you know the hell I'm talking about. But keep on going, Jimmy. I'm gonna
let y'all keep talking.
He didn't graduate.
I'm gonna let y'all keep talking, man.
I don't care. You didn't say nothing about no damn graduation. That wasn't one of the criteria.
Y'all keep talking, man. Y'all sound crazy over there.
No, come on, Jimmy. I'm putting him in there. Jimmy, I know who I'm gonna take out, but keep going. I love it. Get mad at me all you want.
Y'all sound crazy, man.
Alvin Franklin from Lamar.
I don't remember him. He
played for you. He played at U of A. Alvin Franklin was smooth.
He was Slammer Jam. I don't remember.
Jimmy.
Tight shorts, them big old thighs. He had them big old legs, them tight shorts back.
Jimmy. You put him on there. I know Bryce on there. Keep going.
You lost your mind.
You lost your mind.
Bryce Griggs?
Hell yeah. Keep going.
Right now, first of all,
you tripping, Adam.
First of all, you think Bryce Griggs' high school career was better than Carlos Hurts?
Yeah.
You based on what?
Because I just said it.
In high school, it's in high school only.
I saw Carlos in high school. I saw Carlos because I used to go to all of Rashard's games. So I had to go to see Carlos. In the 10th grade, he wasn't nothing like no damn. He wasn't nothing like no Bryce Griggs in the 10th grade.
He was in the 9th grade then.
He wasn't in the 10th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. He was nothing like Bryce Griggs. You going on with that?
Man, you gone. Come on.
No, I saw him play. I was at every game, Jimmy.
In the 9th grade, you just acknowledged. When Rashard came out,
I said him and Bryce in the 9th grade. I'll take Bryce.
That's in the 9th grade.
Talking about the whole entire high school career, though.
Well, I didn't see him when Rashard left. I went to Seattle. I didn't watch that shit no more. Oh, man, and guess what? Exactly. Hold on. He didn't finish his damn career in Houston either. How about that?
That's exactly why I brought his name up. That's why it's not on the list.
Now let me have it right. But guess what? I'm going to always put Bryce on the grist.
That's why I brought Carlos Hurts' name up. Because the list
that's way better than Bryce Griggs.
Your ass did not graduate.
Who better than Bryce?
That dude's better than Bryce Griggs.
Get the hell out of here. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. Keep talking.
Had her.
I'm not listening to you, Chris. But come
way better than Bryce Griggs. Bryce Griggs probably ain't even top 20.
Come on, man. Come on, Jimmy. What's your next one? Because long as Chris Walker ass ain't on here, I'm all right. Keep going.
I'm not saying a word. I'm just listening. But Bryce Griggs ain't nowhere close to it.
Alvin Brooks.
I don't remember him, man. I don't remember Alvin Brooks. He played Lamar. I don't remember him Wheatley.
So you don't remember? Okay, so
come on, man.
So you've never had a conversation with anybody about any of those guys?
He played at Lamar, man. I don't know. He played at Lamar. I mean, I don't know how good he was.
No, we damn sure ain't gonna judge the guys where they played at back in those days. Come on now.
Why not?
Back in those days, it was a whole lot different from the recruitability of where you go. It was a whole lot.
Jimmy, so that's my point. The guys that you guys are mentioning that were the beneficiaries of AAU changing and Texas get more exposure, those are the guys you know the most. There were guys like Daniel Gibson and TJ Ford back then, but y'all know those guys the most, so they're more accomplished. So it's hard to really say what era. You got to do it by eras, man. You got to do it by eras. You can't do it that way.
That's what I'm saying, though. But the NBA didn't do it by eras.
Well, we're not in the NBA. We're talking about H-Town.
But keep your head right there. I like.
First of all, come on, man.
Don't move. I like the logo right there. Let's keep the logo. I like that. Stay right there.
No, Brian Simmons. He didn't say nothing about no 4-year players only. He didn't say it, Brian Grimm. That ain't part. That wasn't part of the damn criteria.
You know why it's not a criteria? Because back before 1982, high schools were only 3 years. 9th grader was junior high in Greater Houston at most institutions. So, and you had to realize back in those days, and your ass got to the 10th grade, that's when you got to high school. In 10th grade, that you can count the guys on one hand that actually played varsity in the 10th grade.
That's what I was about to tell you. Like the
so why? Hold up. This is why I never get into arguments about the GOAT and all of that kind of stuff. Because it's subjective. You gonna tell me who I shouldn't? You gotta be out your rabbit ass mind. I might think of somebody. I don't like all these things on the list. I'm just writing them on the list. Chris, y'all think? Come on, man.
But
Boy,
you
we can
already
agree
Do
that
you know what
disagree.
subjectivity is? It's your.
Yeah,
It's how you
that means
feel.
how to close his eyes and pick his clothes out. Now, you're right. But listen though, all I'm
That-
saying is,
well,
at
guess
the end of
what?
the day,
I do a pretty good job.
because you got the same thing in there. You
Hey,
just it don't matter. You got different colors.
hey, ask the old lady, ask the women at church. They
Plastic
hold up.
queen.
They stand in line. They stand in line when I walk in the door. How about that? But keep going. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, cause you and Chris about to piss me off. Keep going.
we mentioned Sean.
What about
Gale.
Lance Blanks? Lance
Sean-
Blanks not on there?
Lance Blanks was not.
That left
Remember, I
Madison-
gave you a ground rule, Chris. I gave a ground rule. The ground rule was if you want to measure the point guard, then you got to go outside of the boundary one time. Did they play that position in college? Or did they move there?
Come on. No.
Okay,
Jimmy, you and all
Did
these
we talking
damn
about
rules,
high
Jimmy.
school or not, Jimmy? Did he play in
Okay.
high school or not?
Chris, if that's the case, Ricky Winslow played point guard then.
No, he did not play point guard.
Yes, he
Jimmy.
did. On
He
his
might
team.
play some point guard, but he wasn't the point guard. Come on, Jim.
That's what I'm saying. On paper, there's always going to be the guys. If that's the case,
Jim,
Daniel
just because
Gibson.
you dribble a ball up every once in a while don't make you the point
If
guard.
that's the case, Daniel Gibson played the two. If that's the case in high school, I'm just telling you, every star went and got the ball.
Why are you making this difficult, dog? I don't see
Yeah,
why
you making it very difficult,
Lance
Jimmy.
Blanks played point guard. LeBron Smith played point guard. I'm telling you, I was there. They both played PG.
You're making it very, very difficult for me.
Every star, I say it again. Every one of the stars back in those days played the point guard. Chris, what star didn't?
Dude, they always had dudes smaller. We had dudes, little Mexican dudes running around there, and I played the two guard sometimes. But I was a PG. Come on, dude.
Okay,
Once again-
Jimmy, you got 7, man. Come on, man. Come on. You got 7. I counted
You
7.
the only guy. You and Marcus Carroll, the only guy that say Lance Blanks was the boy. Yeah, they played the point on their team.
Listen,
but you-
Jimmy, don't listen
Dude,
to them.
I was there. Lance Blanks played point guard.
Marcus Carroll and Chris, they just taking this. They let them sit there. They sitting out
play
right now.
point
Jimmy, don't
guard,
pay them no
man.
attention. Focus, Jimmy. Focus.
I played PG.
Focus.
Anyway,
Jimmy.
keep going, Jim. Who else you
Come
got
on,
left?
focus, man. Don't be listening to them or them.
It's
Come on,
Sunday-
this
it's
your
Sunday,
list,
it's
man.
right.
This your list, and then hold up,
He played
and
every
then we're
position.
gonna allow them to take your list off. So who you have? Did you say Alvin Brooks, Jimmy?
Once we get to a certain point,
Okay.
then, yeah.
When you
Alvin
get to
Brooks.
10, I'm gonna shut it down. You
Now,
said Alvin Brooks.
No, Alvin Franklin. He didn't say Alvin Franklin. Somebody else
He said Alvin Brooks.
said Alvin Franklin as well. Somebody else said Alvin Franklin as well.
Oh, you said Alvin Brooks won the top 10 ever?
Yeah, you
That's
tell me
your-
why he wasn't.
Man, keep going.
Come on. Then we're gonna let you dispute it, Chris. Come on.
That list dead on arrival, boy. DOA.
Oh, his list is terrible, but I'm gonna let it. But see, unlike
is
him,
DOA.
he was gonna cut me off. But your list is terrible, Jimmy. But I'm gonna let you do it. Come on.
Understand something. This is icing in a bowl. You ain't put it on the cake yet. These are names. Before you can make a top 10, you got to get a list and throw 10 out there.
No, come on, Jimmy. Come on, man.
All right, give me the rest of your
Jimmy,
time. I'm not going to interrupt, Jimmy.
No,
Jimmy, don't let us get you off focus, man.
Oh, here's the funny thing. You're saying, give me the list of your 10. Negro, this is our 10. This ain't a 10.
I
give
know.
me
Waiting on you to finish.
Lance Blank name is on there. That is number 10.
Oh, you got Lance Blank. Okay. All right.
Now, once
So
again,
you don't have LeBron- you got
have
LeBron Smith?
graduated from a school
2,
in
4,
Greater Houston.
6,
You
8.
got
Jimmy, I ain't got but 8, Jimmy. I missed one.
We got Rod Williams, TJ Ford, Eddie Cumbo, De'Aaron Fox, BJ Tyler, Tag Minor, Tommy Mason.
I missed them
Griffin,
too. I missed them
Daniel
too.
Griffin, Alvin Franklin, Lance Blanks.
I missed
Now, let's-
Fox. I missed Fox.
So you don't have you don't have LeBron Smith on there?
Okay, so now who
Who you gonna take off?
What?
Who you dropping?
Take them all off. What you talking about?
Oh, man,
Take
stop.
most
See,
of them off.
see, here's the thing now. For everybody that says a name now, tell me who you dropping out.
There you go. There you go.
Listen,
There you
guys.
go.
Listen,
Nobody don't want to
I'ma
hurt
say it
nobody.
again. All
thing
the
is crazy.
new guys, the newbie guys, you get into the AAU world, enhance their resumes. I'm
So drop
telling
one
you,
of them, Chris.
when
Okay,
we played,
Blocks. Chris, the man gave you a out, Chris. Come on.
just drop it all.
Take
We
it.
don't care who you dropping.
I drop a lot of them. First of all, Alvin Franklin, give me a break. Tack Minor before anybody of those guys before Lance, before LeBradford
You
Smith.
drop Alvin Franklin. Who you putting on?
Bradford
Smith.
So Chris, okay, let me take Alvin Franklin. Here's what I'm doing on the list, guys.
Jimmy, I thought you said Alvin Brooks.
Both of them.
Jimmy,
Oh,
that,
no,
hold up,
come
Jimmy,
on,
that's
man.
too many then.
No. I put the Alvin. I did say Alvin Brooks.
Yeah.
I said Alvin Franklin too, but there ain't no room for one of them on there.
Okay.
So luckily, so now, Chris, once again, back to the original question. Who
I
you
take
taking
them both off.
Jimmy,
I
let
take
me
'em
repeat the list again. A lot of people just popping on. Here's Jimmy's list,
I
right?
take them both off.
And Eric, here's the list. TJ Ford, Rob
Yes.
Williams, Eddie Combo, Tack Minor, Tommy Mason Griffin, Daniel Gibson, Alvin Brooks, Lance Blanks, De'Aaron Fox, BJ Tyler. Now,
That's the
if you
team.
come with another name, you're going to have to take one of these guys off.
And then as we see, the most guys that get, because you take, now first we starting with Chris. Chris, you said LeBradford Smith.
I don't want to talk about it. This don't make sense. That list's terrible. I don't want to make this.
You don't want to drop a guy
You
name.
can put, first of all, I don't want to get, because we'll be talking about this all day. I'll come back with my list, but not to have LeBradford on there. LeBradford on there, it makes that list DOA to me.
So how we not having
LeBradford was that good?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Was Carl Godine? Where did he play, Jimmy?
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm talking about what position?
Godine was more of a two guard. He handled some point, but he was more of a two.
Okay.
He was a scorer.
And LeBradford was a scorer to me.
And so, but Herb say LeBradford played point guard at Louisville. Did LeBradford play point guard for Louisville? Then that's gonna let me know if he's
No, he played 2 in Louisville.
Herb Baker
Man,
says
y'all need to stop. Like I said, it's all subjective. It's subjective, like you say.
Hey,
I mean,
that's a good one. My man just put my dude up there. He said, "What position D'Angelo Harrison played? Wherever the hell he wanted to play."
Okay, so first of all, let's go back first. Now, Chris, see, that's the thing with Chris. Chris, it was fun.
Listen, y'all. Listen. I don't agree, so it doesn't matter. I don't.
You don't
agree.
be about one guy. Okay, we putting
true.
LeBradford Smith on this list. We putting him on this list.
Again, you don't have anybody. You got Juice Williams on that list. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
He said, "Oh, Helen, did you just say Juice Williams?"
No, I didn't say Juice Williams.
Jimmy said Rob Williams, Juice Williams.
No, he didn't say that. No.
That was Adam's list.
No, I didn't. I
No,
said
that was
Rob
somebody else put that on. No, somebody put that on the thing.
No, that was your list. Remember, you mentioned 6-7 guys, Adam.
Oh yeah, my guy. Yeah, my bad, Jimmy. My partner of mine who sent me that. That wasn't the list though. Yeah.
Everybody that gives us names or nominations. Now, once we saying is,
where you get your list from, Jimmy?
Nobody
Jimmy,
take
where's
off.
your list?
Don't even give me a nomination.
Jimmy, where's your list come from, Jimmy? That's your list, or somebody else did this list?
Oh, man, stop.
I'm asking whose list it is.
See, I'm gonna show y'all how. You know what? This is a teachable moment. When it comes to the list, if there's one name missing, the whole water's down.
I can put other names in. I would put Elba
know what's
Bennett before BJ Tyler. What you talking about?
You would put who?
Elba Bennett before BJ Tyler. A lot of them dudes. I'm listening to you. I'm like, what are you talking
How the
about?
hell we gonna put Albert Bennett in there if we don't put you in there? Cause y'all was just the same kind of player.
Elba Bennett scored 3,000 high school points. What are you talking about? 3,000. You put in there?
So
LJ Cry had 4,000.
I agree with you, but his name ain't nowhere close to being on there.
What?
On the what?
Hey man,
hold
up. Y'all done made me. Y'all done really done pissed me off right now. Y'all met with my. Hold up. I'm taking him off.
Hey, man, let's talk about
Clicking his ass off. Oh, I had to click him off for a second. Him and Jimmy off for a second, y'all. When you get to talk about LJ Cry, I got a problem.
So look, Gaylord Davis. Hold on. Herb Kelly, welcome to the Chop Shop. He said he mentioned a great from Wheatley, and that's Gaylord Davis, great point guard. Now the question is, if you're going to name a guy, tell us who are you taking off. Now the thing is, what we got to do is I'm gonna type those names into the boom boom.
And you gonna put them on the screen? Okay.
They don't see it. And as I
Nick
type
Wise was another good one. Nick Wise, man, you leaving off some dudes, man.
Okay.
Well, who you gonna take out, Chris?
It ain't no. See, that's the thing. Chris, this list is not completed. This list
I'm
won't be
asking the
completed for
question.
another 2 weeks.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, hold on.
We
Where
2
did this
weeks
list
away
come?
from this list. This list don't
Where
come
did
out. Matter of
this
fact, till
list
the magazine come out.
Where did all I'm saying is where did the list come from?
We just
Where did the
threw
list
10
come
names on the wall, Chris. What are you saying? We just
I'm
threw
just
10
asking
names
where the
on the
list came.
wall.
I'm
That's
just
all
saying
we
where the
did.
list came. Hey, Big Doug.
What
Hey, Big
you doing?
Doug. You better go hide, Big Doug. Ain't nobody listening to you, Big Doug. You from Port Arthur. Ain't nobody listening to you. Listen, what I'm saying is where did because we can throw Jacoby Brown on there too.
You take off. That's all we keep.
What
Man, you
about Jay
keep doing
Lucas?
names.
What about Jay
You doing
Lucas?
names
Who?
to make people feel good.
Jay Lucas from McDonald's all
Hell
the
out of here.
Jay Lucas Jay Lucas was not better than his brother John. Even though he made McDonald's All-American. He was not better than John.
Get the hell out of here, Chris.
In high school.
Talking about high school. Kendrick Davis.
Y'all bugging right now.
Shit, we can make a note for Kendrick
Jay
Davis.
Lucas was pretty good in high school, man. Jay Lucas was pretty good in high school.
See, that's the whole thing, though, Howard. We can
B.J. Tyler was good.
BJ on here, man.
Who you taking off?
BJ on here, Chris.
First of all, who made that initial 10? Who made?
Jimmy.
Hey, let's talk about Calamari because
Hold on, watch it. Oh, let me put it right there.
List. I'm gonna give you my top 10 list.
Watch my list.
I'm
That Jimmy list.
tomorrow.
So here's the thing. So check this out. So right now, what Chris Walker is saying.
Hold up, no, Jimmy. PJ Haggerty was the best guard ever, and PJ Haggerty was the best guard ever in the freaking world. PJ Haggerty was the best guard on the freaking planet. How about that? Because I'm the godfather. And you know it. Hey, Jimmy, get that camera close to me. Come on in here. Mocan Elite, I want you.
I want you on that wall.
I want you. Hey, man, I love this. Come on, Jimmy, give me some more. Give me more.
You need to stop, John.
Here's the
You need to stop on that.
Here's the thing. Once again, this list is nowhere near completed, guys. Once again, I was just telling you how to look at what Chris was doing. I came and willingly embraced you guys into the process. We're on the chop shop. We're the chop shop. This list is the chop shop's list. So now, and we just made it 10.
Oh,
we're trying to morph it and go.
I ain't had no input on this list. No. It is a chop shop list because I got to say, I want Fox. I got TJ. I like Fox.
It's a chop shop, but at the same time,
I got Tack.
And guess what?
And I got Rob Williams. Yeah, it's a chop
what's going to
shop.
happen? We're going to put our stamp on the list at some point, maybe in a couple of weeks. And you know what happens? Everybody else that debates about it, know what they got to do? They're going to give Chop Shop credit. They're going to say, man, them dudes at the Chop Shop. Who the hell is Chop Shop? Let me go see what this is. Them dudes great. Go watch it then. That's what the list does. It gives viewership. You see people on this timeline that you ain't saw on this timeline in 2 years.
Jimmy, I don't care. We got to put PJ Haggett on this list. Because that man going to make another damn video. He going to make another video.
He ain't got one wrong. So, no. Ask John, who does he take off? See, that's the whole thing. He ain't taking TJ off.
I bet he ain't taking TJ off either.
Who he taking off?
Part of this is my list too. Hey, Chris, this is a chop shop list. Because half of them guys mine too. So you just got to get
I haven't put my list out yet then.
So you don't like now one of these dudes? Wait a minute. You don't like now one of these dudes? Hold on. Where's my camera? You don't like none of them dudes?
So Chris said,
hey, check this out. Check this out. Hey, what? Rob's so bad, I only had to put but one name on him.
I'll put my list out tomorrow. None of y'all ever saw him play anyway.
Hey, Rob's so bad, I just put Rob. Y'all know the rest of Rob Williams. Y'all know the rest. Combo.
And none of y'all never saw him play.
Who? Not in high school.
Never seen Rob play.
Not in high school. I saw him in college.
No.
Yeah, not in high school.
In college.
You ain't seen him play in high school either, Chris.
Hey, I know that. I saw him in college, though.
John Uri said, if you average 35 points a game, let me know. See, I told y'all.
I just say never saw him. I would say
understand something. So people understand this stuff.
Let me make my list small.
I'm not even entertaining.
Brandon Johnson was another good one.
I understand. If you played on the chitlin circuit, then that stuff that negates. Remember, I said it earlier as a ground rule. What you do in the non-scholastic season, it counts. It has some weight. Yes.
Okay.
Hell yeah, it counts. That's a measuring stick.
It's
If
all
you was
it's how to say it. Listen, man, it's subjective, man. It's subjective.
Thank you.
every list out
About
there
time
is
you agree with me
subjective.
one time.
Yeah, it's subjective. I'll give you my top 10 tomorrow. It's
All right.
subjective.
Oh, man.
It's definitely subjective.
Hold on. I'm just putting that up, Jimmy. Jimmy, that is y'all. I hope y'all can see it.
So tell me this, Chris. If you give me your top 10, that means you never seen any of the guys from Wheatley in the 70s play. And you never seen Rob Williams play, went to your own school. So then how you think your list is going to be fair? Or if you don't invite the opinions of others who saw some of them play.
We're not asking for fair. You just asked me, I'm giving you my opinion. You gave your opinion. Hatter gave his opinion. I give my opinion. There you go. I'm saying it ain't about me taking guys off. I'm gonna tell you what I believe.
But then you just said that list, your list is going to be the validated one because
I did
this
not
list
say that.
don't have one
I
guy out
didn't
there.
say that. I just said I didn't say that. I just said I didn't agree with your list. That's all I said. I didn't say my list
Okay,
was going
no.
to be the validated.
So you don't agree with all 10 guys on my list. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say that. I said, here's what I said.
You're talking about one or two guys, Chris. We're talking about we get 80% right.
Why can't I just give my list tomorrow? Why are you mad? Because I don't
No,
get it.
no, because you're putting separation in there instead of being a team player and say, okay,
it's not about being a team player. I want to think about it.
That's crazy.
Listen, I didn't know we was talking about this today. I want to think about it.
We tried it yesterday. We're gonna come in some chop list. We're trying to get it right. And you're saying you're afraid and have been afraid to drop anybody off. That's all we asked you to do. Who you gonna drop off? And you've been backstroking ever since.
Jimmy, I want to think about it. Why can't I think about it? Why can't I think about it?
Hey man, somebody send me some stuff on Cardo Dean.
Why can't I think about it? I don't get it.
He played point in college, but that didn't matter, Jimmy.
You just put a list up there. You put a list up there and didn't have LeBradford Smith. That ended that whole list right there. That's crazy to me.
Man, he's a shooting guard.
I got LeBradford Smith on the list. Matter of fact, let me type the list right now.
He wasn't on the list.
He's on this damn list.
Hey,
LeBradford's on this list.
I feel good, man. You know why?
So now look, Hal. LeBradford is on this list. So guess what happens then? It's still gonna be trapped. I can name you 9 players that Chris gonna have on this list, and it's still gonna be garbage.
Why you get mad?
That's why I told you a while ago.
Why you making me the
That's how people.
I want to think about it. I want to think about it.
Okay, we'll wait. Jimmy, we'll wait on him. It's all right.
Yeah, like what's the big deal?
I understand that, but the thing that I'm getting at, you've already deemed the list and as trash.
No, he said it because he don't know what the hell he talking about. Jim.
Instead of the way to do that is, hey man, you know what? That's some good names on the list. Okay, but I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm coming more.
Jimmy, I'm gonna tell you my favorite saying: one man's trash is another man's treasure. One man's trash, he can call it trash all he want, but some dudes on that list, them dudes bad now.
Yeah, they all good.
Long as you ain't on there, I'm all right.
I just say I want to come up with my top 10 list. That's all
I got you. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not even saying your list ain't right. But at the end of the day, I want to come up with my top 10 list. It's all I'm saying.
I can't wait to see your list. Because I know you're going to disappear tomorrow. I already know. You're going to have another meeting. Hollywood calling you. You're going to have a Hollywood meeting tomorrow. Jimmy, you know, he making movies and all this kind of shit. Huh? Hey, cause just like he ain't never debated with the ladies on the show, he's scared of Mindy, he's scared of Sonya, he's scared of Kim Jackson, he's scared of everybody.
Yo, listen, man. They don't want no part of me. Y'all didn't talk about putting somebody on the chop shop. Ain't nobody came over here one time yet. Please.
Corey, what's your list? Corey over there running his mouth. What's your list, Corey? You know what? If you ain't, hey, everybody can't.
Why y'all get mad because people got their own list? People should be allowed to have their own list.
You got your list? Okay. Jimmy, let him have his list. Jimmy, let him have his list.
Then we can sit there and compare and contrast.
I'm going to compare that old garbage ass. Hey, Jimmy, hold on, Jimmy. I'm going to compare that old trash list you having tomorrow. Corey, tell me he sent here. Corey, where you sent it to? You must have sent it.
Hey, let's pivot.
Okay, let's pivot. Man. Let's pivot. Okay.
So tomorrow we'll bring it back.
Yeah.
Jimmy probably want to talk about 2 guards tomorrow because the same dude he's talking about point guard is going to be 2 guards tomorrow. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
goalposts. Jimmy said, well, then did they play point guard in college? I'm like, Nick, well, did they do it in high school? We talking about high school.
All
Sean
I'm
Gay
saying,
even on the list.
I'm
Sean
glad
Gay not
John
on
Urey
the
came up here.
Jimmy, Sean Gay on the list and went 40 on high school on state championship here.
He a point guard.
He's a point. He played point guard. Sean Gay played point guard at Texas Tech, bro.
We're talking about in high school.
He played. He did it both ways. He ran point in high school just like.
Oh, well, then yeah.
But
that's my point.
But remember, I said mostly every star you could name went and got that ball, then ran and brought that ball. Of course, they had ball handling skill. Mostly everybody. That goes. Every star you can name went and got that ball, and when it was time to run that offense, they ran that offense.
Sean Gay played point guard in college.
But Sean Gay played point guard in college. So that's why I said the ground. That way, if you want to go outside the box and you think and try to validate if he was really a point or not in high school, what did he play in college? We're not counting their college career, but what did he play in college? And that would be one way, not the way, but one way to measure if that guy indeed was the position that you claim he is. Because obviously he got to college.
Did Sean Gay play point guard in high school? If he played point guard in high school, it's okay. But he ain't on this list right now. Because I thought Tony Gatlin had the damn ball in high school.
They had a three-point guard.
They had a lot of guys.
They had 3-point guards in the lineup.
Well, hey, Jake, let's pivot. Because we're going to hit this again tomorrow. What you got, Chris? Well, Chris, what's so interesting?
I want to talk about that Calamari thing.
What's wrong with Cal? Tell me what's wrong with Calamari.
He ran me hot as fish grease last
Why?
night.
Why?
Man, I read that the way they defined what.
Can we preface this first? When I talked to you on the phone, you ran your mouth talking about, man, he can do what he wants. Hey, hold up, before yeah, you did. Now don't lie.
Tell me what I said.
No, I wouldn't have signed that deal. I wouldn't have did it. That's a dumb deal. I wouldn't have signed that deal.
No, I didn't. No, that's not what happened.
That's what you told me.
You told me there were some things in there that you said you wouldn't have signed. I said, man, I don't care what's in there. I would have signed it. That's what I said.
No, you did not.
Why would I say?
Okay, come on, let's talk about it because I see you. You and the truth had a great breakup.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because you said, man, I wouldn't have signed it if I was him. No, you said you would have signed it.
No, I would have signed it. Yes.
Right, you said you would have signed
it.
Yeah. And because I didn't know the details.
You didn't know that. Yeah.
What I read yesterday, I was like, man, what's up with they think this dude a clown?
So,
oh my goodness.
So let me help the people who might not know what you're talking about, okay? Calamari, y'all, the number one pick in the draft 3 years ago from Allen, Texas, right? Played at Allen High School. He got a new contract last week, and one of the details that emerged was interesting. That's what Chris is alluding to. In the contract, ladies and gentlemen, there's an addendum that specifies that Murray have to spend at least 4 hours a week independent studies on his own outside of team meetings. Okay? And the way it is in writing is it's kind of bizarre to me, Chris, because I saw it when I saw it. Jimmy, I can't believe you didn't pull up the contract. Because
you gotta read that mess, man. You gotta read what they.
It talks about how he is not allowed to look up from the material once he get to watch it, Jimmy, or he can't check TV or play with his phone or check or anything like
PlayStation.
Huh? What'd you say?
PlayStation. That was
but they don't want him on that anyway, because he's a gaming guy. Got all that. He got all that stuff in there, and he spent a lot of his time. But Jimmy. But this might help somebody. Parents, this might help y'all out here. Or else, let me tell you something now. He can't do all that, or else he is in default of his contract, which means they can void the remainder of his contract. Y'all hear what I just said? Why would you ask? Listen, and my question is to everybody. Why would you have to ask a quarterback of a pro football team to do 4 hours of independent study a week. Have anybody ever thought about that? Is this the Jamarcus Russell rule? And now we have to mandate this. Y'all, it ain't but 30 of these players on the whole planet, starting quarterbacks for the NFL team. 32 of them. 32 of them. Ain't but 30 of these guys on the whole planet. He's one of them. And you have to mandate this to somebody who you just gave $160 million? Chris, when I look back at some of the stuff in the offseason, because players, DeAndre Hopkins, we talking. Happening at the beginning of the offseason, there was a whole lot of conflict between him and his teammates. A lot of headbutting. They were putting out narratives that he's not a leader. He talking about, I don't want to be here and all this kind of stuff. But he was there for that money. He signed that money. And then they had anonymous stuff, that things we heard it coming out of Arizona. But it makes you seem like those things are true. So, Chris, I'm going to let you. Calamari didn't work. And it didn't work the way they wanted him. He didn't work the way they wanted him to work. This guy had a tweet, Jimmy. This guy had a, hold up, I got to show y'all, because I want y'all to think it's just me. I got to show y'all something. He said this, right? Let me see. Hold on, let me see, is that it? Let's see, is that it? Oh, yeah. It'll pop up in a minute. I guess it's just slow. But Calamari, man, been doing so. Chris, what do you think, Chris?
Clearly, there's something going on, man. Clearly, if they say if they put that in your contract and it becomes, go on.
Check this out. He said, I think I'm blessed with the cognitive skills to just go out there and just see it before it happens. He told this to New York Times, y'all, a year ago.
Blow it up a little bit.
Yeah, blow it up a little bit? Okay.
No, I'll say lower a little bit. Go on. Keep going. Keep reading. I'm not one to go on.
Okay. What you want me to do to it?
Take it lower.
Take it lower?
Lower. Take it lower.
No, then our name gonna cover it up at the bottom.
It's gonna go right.
You can't see the damn wording behind the name. Y'all run your shoes over. Let me run this. Quit worrying about y'all face for a second. I think he said, I just see it before it happens. I'm not one of those guys that is going to sit there and kill myself watching film. I don't sit there for 24 hours and break down this team and that team and watching every game, because in my head I see so much. Now I would take it off the screen. This guy said this he said this to New York. And then he came back and said, hold up, I'm just trying to get y'all a view of what was going on in the young man's mind. Now, this what they got him doing. He shall at least, I ain't never seen this in a contract in 30 years of doing this stuff. Shall complete at least 4 hours of independent study each week, including the bye week. Independent study means reviewing material provided by the club on an electronic device, including mandatory team meetings. Will not receive credit for independent study if not studying or reviewing material, which, while it's being played, engaging in other activities. I've never seen them do this to an NBA player, man, ever. NFL player, ever, Jimmy. I'm trying to get out of there.
I don't feel sorry for his ass.
No. Why you don't feel sorry for him? Why?
If he want to do this Ricky Williams ass contract, then that's on him.
No, it ain't no Ricky Williams, Jim.
But it ain't. Understand now?
It ain't Ricky Williams.
It ain't Ricky Williams, because one move, Ricky Williams was incentive based all the way through.
Yeah.
This, if they gonna probably do it like you take when you do a driver's when you get one of those speeding tickets. Yeah. And you got to take the online class, and then in the middle of the class, at any moment they give you a pop-up question on the screen to validate and verify as you. Mm-hmm. That's what they probably gonna have the software to do. That's the only way I can think of it, because they say why the electronic.
Oh, Jimmy, they got software. Jimmy, Yeah. They're gonna tell. Well, yeah. Jimmy, that's the easy part.
And at any given moment, they'll just pop something on the screen. Give your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Or give your mama. You know.
No, Jimmy, he got to study. Jimmy, he got to study. He got to study. He got to.
So now, that means
he done got away with it for 3 years now.
How would they know he's studying?
Jimmy, they know he gonna have a device where Jimmy, that's the easy part. That ain't even important. They gonna know whether or not his ass studied. Because he got to go on a screen with stuff that they assigned to him. He got to know that week. And he got to know this work. So he got to be in front of the screen. And they got, man, do you know what these devices can do? But
I mean, here's the other thing, guys.
That's not the important part. Keep going, Chris.
I guarantee you there was times, the way this is reading out, first of all, there's got dudes snitching, right? You got dudes saying this dude, you got other quarterbacks in the meetings that I mean, just finished, that's probably like, this is crazy. And they're not saying it in the meetings, they probably saying it behind closed doors, right? Number one.
No, they've been going, they've been butting heads. Him and the players been butting heads all season. But keep going.
And that's what I was about to tell you. I guarantee they was calling in plays, and this dude don't even know the plays.
He don't.
Who knows what it is?
He don't.
Crazy. So you just in the NFL ain't a place you just go out there and play with a field. Yeah, a lot of things, yes, but them defensive coordinators are smart as hell. Them defensive players are smart as hell and fast as hell.
And notice he did good always do good in first part of the season, and he struggled at the end.
That's right.
When you go play them the second time. Huh? Say it again, I'm sorry.
They lost in the wild card game, and them dudes trying to win in Phoenix, man. Them owners trying to win. They say, hold on. That's why I keep telling people about analytics and numbers. Yeah. And them basketball players that don't understand the game and can't pick up defenses and all that kind of stuff. Man, you ain't playing if you can't read a scouting report, man. They're not putting you out there. If you don't know how to read, if you don't know how to understand and you don't have the brain, the capacity to figure things out, you're not playing. Okay, how good you think you are?
Jimmy, you said something a minute ago. And in theory, you saying he's one shot away from being out the league. Jimmy, talent like his don't come around. Those folks ain't, he gonna mess up. He ain't gonna do it. And Jimmy, they ain't gonna do nothing. I'm telling you how the NFL is.
It depends on if they're winning or losing.
Jimmy,
they're winning or losing, right?
Jimmy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You can't just go off the street and get a Calamari. That's why they're doing this. Listen to me. Them people ain't had a quarterback since Jim Hart. The Cardinals had since Jim Hart 100 years ago. They ain't had a quarterback. So they got a dynamic quarterback who the coach loves. And the coach know he got the talent. But I'm talking about this particular year right here. They done just gave him Jimmy, they stuck with him right now unless they just said, okay, I'm going to avoid this contract and get up off it. I just don't see him doing it. I don't see him.
But them putting that in, don't you think that they looking for, that gives them the ultimate chance to get a way out?
Yes.
If it don't work out?
Yes.
So because the 49ers went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. So
Jimmy Garoppolo is one of the winningest players in the league since 2017.
And they trying to get rid of him in San Francisco.
No, because they got a new and improved model.
Are you sure about that? We haven't
seen that model yet. And he keep getting hurt. Porn star Jimmy get hurt every year. Huh?
But who keep getting hurt?
Jimmy Garoppolo get hurt every year.
He played he was a starting quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he still get hurt every year. He was hurt, and every year he gets hurt, Chris. And that's why they say they don't want. They say he's fragile.
But he's won 70% of his games.
Yes, but guess what? They get okay. I'm finna tell you. You can talk what you want. They just gave him permission to go find him a damn team. Okay.
I agree.
Okay, so you can talk all you want to.
I agree. So they want to see what Trey Lance can do. I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it.
But I want to explain to people out here when you're talking about this kid, he's big in the gaming. This just show you how our kids are now.
Yeah.
This not a good sign, man. In the locker room, Jimmy, how is it going to play out in the locker room, Jimmy? That's a good team. Corey just said he plays on a very good team. Oh, you
Yeah.
talking about Jimmy
No,
G?
you talking
Oh,
about
you talking about Jimmy G?
Jimmy, right? Talking about Jimmy G.
In the locker room, how it's going? Now it's in the public. Jimmy, let me tell you something. This shouldn't have got in the public. I think
It's disrespectful, Hatter.
Arizona wanted this to get in public.
It's disrespectful, Hatter.
Y'all, there are things in this contract that prove this dude is not in love with the process to be great. And that's what they saying. He good. Like he just said, I can wake up out of bed and do this. But these people trying to win a Super Bowl, man.
Exactly. That's what he know. To your point, Hatter, you can't wake up out of bed and win no Super Bowl, homeboy.
No. And you got guys like Tom Brady.
Come on.
Hold up. Getting fined, risk the pandemic to get guys to come down and work out with him at high school. They jumped the fence at the high school down there in Tampa trying to work. Those kind of guys like that, that's... But
Hatter, you made a good point before you finish up, Hatter.
Come on.
Huh? You made a good... Because Aaron Rodgers, I guarantee he studied film.
Yes.
And he lose.
Yes.
I guarantee you Drew Brees was studying all kind of film and not winning. Or
Yes.
Dak Prescott, I'm assuming they do.
Yeah.
And it's funny that every year in the beginning, Kyler Murray in those first 8 games, they always talk about him being the MVP.
Yeah, they good.
And them last 8, we don't hear about it no more. You right about that.
Yes. They 7-1. They were 6-1, 7-1. Oh, they'd be killing in the beginning. But that second time around, when you got to play that guy again, your ass be in trouble. Like in league play, like what y'all conference play. But Jimmy, my problem is you reward this behavior with one of the biggest contracts in NFL history. Get your money, young man. I ain't telling you not to get your money. But what standard of excellence you have to have from the leadership? The quarterback is your leader, man. He's the face of your franchise. He's on everything. If you go to these cities, see, our quarterback can't play dead, so he ain't the face. Half of y'all don't even know who David Mills is. But Calamari was the number 1 pick in the whole wide draft. Number 1, uno. That means transformative.
And he won't read his scouting report.
Yes,
He won't study film. That's crazy.
It's embarrassing.
And
Chris, you told me you was embarrassed, huh?
Embarrassed. And I'm gonna tell you why, especially because I challenge anybody to understand or to even think about this. Basketball players are lazy as hell when it comes to studying film. That's the one sport that you can't get a basketball player to sit his ass down and watch tape. But football dudes, that's their thing.
Them the tape watching is dudes in the world.
That's their thing in football. It's not that way in basketball, but football are tape watchers.
That's a good point.
It is.
That's a good point. But it's so much stuff to digest, Jimmy. There's so much. Jimmy, you used to have a playbook was this big. Now they got an iPad. And it's so many different situations. So, man, did y'all know that while the quarterback barking out the orders y'all hear, do y'all know that the center is barking out blocking orders?
Coach Hatter, the center and the quarterback are both leaders. That's one position.
But a lot of people don't know that. The center is calling plays and calling protections.
Yes.
Every play. And on the other side of the ball, the middle linebacker is calling play. So I'm sorry.
That was the position that they didn't let black guys play. They didn't let them play center,
Absolutely.
quarterback, and middle linebacker because those were the leaders. They were the center and they were the leaders. They had anybody that's played PlayStation or played John Madden.
Right.
When you start going through all them protections and you don't know what 4-3 or 3-4, man, there's so much stuff going on, man. And if you don't understand it, you just can't run out there and run around, man. You might be fast and you might be whatever, but it is so much going on.
But you can do it in the beginning, Chris, and you get a little success. But toward the end, when those games count, it's just crazy, man. Shannon Sharp says something. He said, I've seen other quarterbacks have laundry bags of tapes going home. Calamari goes home and just chill, but not prep for a game. He said, I've never seen anything like that. They don't trust him, Jimmy.
No, they don't trust him.
As soon as a bump in the road, Soon as something happens, let him throw a couple of interceptions. What those veterans, what J.J. Watt and them going to be saying?
When he start losing, then the problem is going to be greater than the talent. And then that's when he's going to be expendable. And that's when they're going to find the reason. They're going to find the reason to go and for him to violate of that contract, any of the terms of that contract. How long is that contract? How many years is that contract?
It's he got 2 years left on his current deal. See, he got an extension. A lot of that money is on his extension, Jimmy. He had 2 years left on his first. See, like Deshaun Watson was a free agent. Okay, this guy he signed an extension.
Can they get rid of him before the new contract start?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what they do is when you get
it's in the contract.
What they're doing is they basically rewriting. They basically voiding the other one, writing your first two just like they are.
No, they ain't voiding it. He got to play those two out. This just an extend.
So let me ask you a question.
You got 2 more years left, Jimmy. Then extend.
So you basically modifying the current one, right? You modifying the current.
No, you ain't touching the current one. You got to play through the current. You just extend. After that one go out, he don't get franchised. You know how guys get franchised and franchised? He ain't got to go through that.
Hold on, Hatter. Hatter, the 4-year study thing, that's when the new contract starts?
No. He got 2. He been in the league for 3. He got 2 more years left on this deal.
So that means, when does the study stuff start?
When does the study thing start?
Oh, it started now.
That mean they modified it.
That's what Jimmy's saying.
No. They just gonna that new contract. It can't mess with the old contract. He still get that bread. The new contract. Hey, hold up, Jimmy. He got a lot of money signing bonus. He got to get that money back.
That's what I'm saying. He got $100 million signing bonus. That means what I'm just saying. It don't even make logical sense.
It's going to affect that signing bonus now.
That means whatever you sign, that means it goes. That applies right now.
Jimmy, listen. The signing bonus is under the new agreement. I'm gonna repeat that. The signing bonus that he getting now is under the new agreement. So that means if he got to get that money back. They want to ask Calvin Johnson.
That's not what we talking about. What we talked about is if the extension don't start for 2 years, then him with the terms of the agreement start on August the 1st. Yeah. So if the new agreement start August the 1st, and the extension don't start to September, the 2 years from now, that don't even make sense. That means
they can terminate the new deal, Jimmy. It starts when he gets this money, Jimmy. The new deal, you think in August, but the new deal starts when he gets the signing bonus.
And when is that?
Oh, we get you.
Whenever he get it.
About what? If you had to guess when you get,
it's supposed to be upon signing, so it might be. And guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff y'all probably didn't never know. Y'all don't know the reason he could have got more, but the owner have to have that amount of money that you guaranteed him. You got to have that cash in escrow. The owner have to put up when these big bonus contract, like the owner from Cleveland. He had to go write a $230 million check and put it in escrow because they didn't want him coming back later telling me, man, my other businesses, I can't pay this guy. No, you got to put that money. So that owner said, I ain't got that much money. So this all I'm going to put in escrow for you. So Jimmy, I know what you're trying to say. If he void this contract, if he void this new contract, he got to get that, and I ain't seen the whole contract, but I know he got to get that signing bonus back. Got to give that back. Because that's part of what? The new deal.
So I think what we're really saying is, and we can nip it in the bud right here, if he signs the signing bonus, you say he's got 2 more years on the current deal.
Yeah.
Once he signs the signing bonus, the current deal don't exist no more.
Yes, it does. He still got to play that. They still got to pay him.
So I get you, but he got the $100 million. He still get the $100 million.
All he got is this extension. He gonna get it now. He gonna get the $100 million now.
All right, so if he gets the 100 million,
Okay.
does the 4 hours a week come in play right now?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay. So
Yes.
so if they got rid of him, the only thing he could get is that $100 million signing bonus.
No, he got to get 100 million back. That's the most of the
Really?
contract. Yes. You weren't listening. Yeah.
I didn't know they had to give signing
Hell
bonuses back. I
yeah.
didn't know that. I thought signing
Because
bonus was
what?
guaranteed.
Because what? He voided the contract.
Mm.
The $100 million was a part of the new contract.
Damn.
Yeah, you got to get back. That's why it's so crucial.
I mean, bottom line is, man, study 4 hours, man. You're the quarterback of the Cardinals, man. They trying to
All
win
they
Super Bowl,
4
man.
hours a week, dude. They just said 4 hours a week. He must
That's
ain't
1
been
hour
doing
a day.
nothing. Huh?
That's 1 hour a day. That means that dude wasn't doing absolutely
Nothing.
Who is his agent, man? Who is his agent?
What can agent do? Tell me what he can do.
I mean, he can't talk to this dude. I mean, god dang.
Yeah. Thank you, Troy. I was trying to explain to him. If they cut him, they owe him only the 2 years of the current deal. Cause they can't. That ain't part of the new regime. But that bonus, that signing bonus, he gotta get that money back, baby. I'm not getting you like Calvin. Y'all remember Calvin?
Johnson on the
Yeah,
line.
he tried to quit. Tell me I'm gonna quit.
Oh,
They said,
yeah, he couldn't do that.
you just got to give us that bread back. He paid him back though. If you
They
don't,
ran him out the game though. They ran him out the game, didn't they?
No, he just quit. He got tired of losing. He got tired of Matthew Stafford.
And they wouldn't let him leave.
No, they let him leave, but he had to pay.
They wouldn't let him go to another team. I'm saying.
Oh no, he had to pay an exit tax. Exit tax.
That's why I'll never feel bad. That's why I'll never feel bad.
For what?
Let me tell you something, man.
What?
That's why I don't never feel bad for them teams. And when they got this new rule, the NCAA saying them kids can transfer as many times they want without penalty,
Do it,
you're
man.
gonna have dudes playing at
Do
4
it.
different schools.
That's coming next week. That's next week.
Do
I'm
it.
telling you, they can
Hey.
play at 4 different schools every year. Listen, last point, Jim. You gonna have dudes realize, them college coaches realizing what it was like to be a summer coach. You gonna literally have coaches handshaking dudes in the layup line. That's about to really start happening. When they lose, them kids be losing, man. The next year, dude. Oh my goodness.
Hey Jimmy, what is it like to be a parent? Look at this. Jimmy, you can't see over that?
Yeah. Nobody can speak for my son, Wesley Yates III, but me and his mother. I've heard enough and had enough of this false information. He has no handler. He has parents.
What happened? What was you saying? What happened? Something happened?
This is from Wesley Yates II, the father of Wesley Yates III.
What happened? Something happened?
On social media.
You
on
just
Twitter.
think of what didn't happen. You'd have been around a long time. Can you decipher that with your good coaching hand? You're the first
obviously-
African American coach at Texas Tech, and you tell me you don't know what that means?
Yeah, you cipher what you think that means, and then I back up and follow.
I don't.
Huh?
Jimmy, you breaking up?
Don't worry about Jimmy. You just talk.
No. What you say, Jimmy? I got to hear Jimmy's question.
He said he want to hear you first.
Cipher that, then I back it up with some factuals.
I don't know. You guys trying to chop me up, put me on the spot. Somebody
Man,
said
it's not putting
something.
you on no spot. It's asking you what you think that means.
Somebody either said something or try to cut a deal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's somebody cut a deal or saying. I mean, that's the only thing I can imagine what happened. Either trying to cut a deal with the school or AAU is over for him now. So it don't. I mean, summer basketball over now. So that's all it could really be, if you ask me.
Jimmy,
what is it, Jimmy?
Well, obviously, when you have top shelf players, 4-star to 5-star type players, then in the business of the recruiting ranks, there's a third party that normally would insert themselves into the equation, and that no matter how close to the family that person may be, or if there's another family member, that as long as their name may not be on his birth certificate, and at some point in time, if those parents, and that's Wesley Yates the second and his wife, they are very, very involved in the process with their son, and that's not, and both of them are equally involved.
Mm-hmm.
So that term, when a person somehow something can get back to you from maybe a college coach, or maybe somebody can say, well, we tried to get through y'all, but then they said, this guy here, they said, he ain't never called me back, or he said come through him. He said don't call y'all.
And
I'm
college
just
coaches
giving,
are the worst with that stuff.
and what the bitter college coach will give that person up to the parent in a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
yeah.
They will let the parent know, or any type of rumors. But man, we thought we couldn't
Them
get in.
college coaches are like tough ass sicarios when they get until they get caught. If y'all know what a sicario is.
Oh yeah.
Until they get caught, they be snitching like you wouldn't believe. That's what them college when they, as long as the minute you tell them they don't have a shot, it's over. They telling all your business.
And it's sad, but it's true. So now in this thing, I think it's well timed because the summer season just ended. The daddy could have said that last week while the college coach was on the road. He didn't. Out of respect, he let them know right now. Okay, summer ball is over. Of course, although Wesley Yates will be in action tonight, 8 p.m. Central on ESPN, playing alongside Bronny James. He's expected to come off the bench as the sixth man. He'll be the first guy into the lineup in that roster. That's they played last night and they won. So I'm thinking today, I ain't got no problem with that. I don't have no problem with that. It's
No,
better
I
now
love
than
it.
later.
I
Better now
love
than
it.
later. And more parents should take heed to what Wesley Yates II, speaking on behalf of his family, is doing. He ain't blast nobody.
No, he
He's
did
letting
not.
y'all know. Letting y'all know. He ain't got no, it may be a guy that can help you help. It may be somebody that you can call that can help me to be able to call you back or answer your phone call or let you know, because Wesley Yates' father, he works offshore.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gone a few days
Mm-hmm.
on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Then he comes back in.
Mm-hmm.
So that may be times when where coaches may be trying to reach him and they can't. And in recruiting, that part of the recruiting process, any husband would not want the wife to take those phone calls from the college coaches. The wife's going to be there she's part of the board. She's part of the committee. But now let me talk to the men. So and then college coaches will be under pressure. They can't get nothing done. They can't get in touch with the dad until he wants to talk to them. He don't know them. So then they'll feel like, well, man, we ain't get in touch with you. Or how about these other rumors? Some of not necessarily rumors with Wesley Yates, but then some coaches might tell you, hey man, we heard it was a buy-in. We wasn't trying to play like that. We don't recruit like that. We do it clean over here, lying their ass off. But that's what coaches will tell parents to make them when they try to divide and conquer mechanism. Bottom line, as it stands, Wesley Yates and their family, they have a good circle that's been there, and I'm not buying that nobody from their circle try. And part of a good circle, this is where the wheels fall off. And how do you know this? And Chris, you do too. Is at some point in time, you're gonna always be somebody in that circle is gonna be approached, or what do they call it? Uh, Proposed to do something unethical. If the family, the house, the mom or the dad, if you don't keep them abreast, then you risk them finding out sooner or later what was proposed to you or what you kind of know negotiated as on the sidebar. That's how, and that's why most circles unravel, because something is found out, an accusation of innuendo is put out there. And but I don't think that's happening right now. I know that's not happening right there regarding this family, but I'm just telling you in general how it goes. And Chris, you know that, and Al, you know that as well. And this thing, because once the rumors start, you guilty to proven innocent, and
I
you gonna
love
get
what he did, and that's
you
why
gonna
I
get a
put it on the
sentence.
screen. I love what he did. And sometimes parents, you just got. I mean, Jimmy, you talked about can't reach nobody. No, that man just telling me, don't nobody talk for me and my family. If your ass didn't hear it from me or the wife or Wesley, it ain't so. That's what I got out of it. I didn't got because he offshore and he don't want nobody talking to the mom. Because he mentioned the mama's name. So evidently the mama's strong enough to talk to any damn coach. He just saying somebody out there don't talk for me, man. And a lot of people out here just trying to insert themselves in people's stuff. And guess what? It just, and not just him. The young lady, what's her name? Ron Holland mama had to say the same thing. I'm gonna repeat that. Ron Holland mama had to say it because I didn't understand it until I found out a little bit. People just go around inserting themselves in the equation, and they just want people to know. She said, my husband, me, or Ron, if it didn't come for us, y'all, it probably ain't the truth. And that's all, Chris, and that's all. Something that happened, you know what I'm saying? And he just clearing it up. You follow me? So Chris Walker can't be around here talking about yeah, man, yeah. Wait, I got Yates. Yeah. What you need? You need the Yates family to do this. You know? Yep. Oh, I got him. Yeah. Not you. Literally, Chris. Figurative.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
I get you.
Yeah. So, and that's what it is, parents. And parents, let me tell you something. Let me help y'all out. You got to have a top dude for that to happen. They ain't around here. Little Johnny, they ain't doing that too. Okay? so I'm just getting it out the way so you won't be little Johnny might need a damn handler. Little Johnny might need 4 or 5 damn handlers.
What they handling?
Yeah. He might need. Little Johnny might need some help. But Wesley Yates and them, they don't need no help.
Listen, man, when you start talking about these high-level universities with this NIL and the way the NBA, I mean, people don't realize, and how you can correct me, that new CBA, dudes like Jokic should be making $55 to $60 million a year. Yeah. With that new CBA that's coming up. These dudes about to make
hold up, he's making that now. At the end of his deal, you see the end of his deal? Oh, that man got a $270 million deal. Jokic.
How many years? I didn't know that.
Can't go no more than 5.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is them dudes gonna be upwards of 60, could be more, right?
Damon Lillard just signed a 2-year deal for 58 and 63. So he averaged $60 million. Excuse me. He had an extension.
I didn't even know he got an extension.
Yes.
But my point is, people are seeing that, man. And these wannabe agents, runners who trying to be agents, they are trying to insert themselves into situations. And when parents ask for help, be careful who you ask for help from.
Yeah.
Be careful who you ask for help from.
Repeat that.
And they usually start when they're young because nobody knows who they are yet. So you're trying your best to find every ally you can to help propel your kid. And then all of a sudden, these same people who mean well sometimes, who mean well most of the time, they start putting that bread out there. And people start trying to angle with them, and them agents and the people, or the alums, some other schools start getting involved, financial people, and you didn't open up Pandora's box. But guess what? It ain't always a bad problem to have. It's a bad problem to have if you ain't got no solid folks around you.
No, it is okay to get
stop them coming around. You're not gonna stop them people coming around. Not if you're good at talent. I always tell people this all the time. When you got talent in anything, you're gonna have to learn how to make decisions because people coming after you.
Yes.
You gotta learn. When you got talent, you're gonna get opportunities to make bread. And when there's bread around, there's birds around. You always gotta remember that.
I like that. No. The crows, birds, but some of them birds are crows.
Absolutely. It ain't going nowhere.
Are ravens.
Yes.
Go read up on the raven.
I'm just saying. You know, and it's bread. My thing is, they talk about bread winners, but there's also bread makers. Some people just know how to make bread, man. Right. And they just you always gonna have people and distractions around you. It's just what it is, man. Right. You can't, dude, I was at Equinox today working out, right? I watched this brother. I've been there the last couple of days.
You still be bragging about that old Equinox.
No, I'm just talking about Kevin. I'm just talking about, anyway, just let me finish the story. So this brother come in because you don't see him as a brother. You're like, damn, okay, brother in there, cool, okay. It ain't just, the other culture here. And I'm sitting there watching this dude. I'm like, I know this dude from somewhere. Right. And all these people coming up to him, like, yo, who is this dude, man? Like, you don't want to think that it was Maverick Carter. And I didn't realize why everybody was running up to him.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
okay.
Who is this dude?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And my point is, when you make bread, they know who you are, man.
Yeah.
They finding you.
Yeah.
You're not getting away from folks no more, man.
Right.
You're not getting away from people.
Yeah, and that's a good lesson, Chris. That's a good lesson.
You ain't getting away from them.
Right.
I'm this regular bro. I'm like, I don't even know who this dude is. I'm like, okay, you play football?
Oh, he's unassuming. If you don't know him, he's unassuming.
But he's kind of tall though, because he's not a short dude. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what a dude right here? Like, everybody talking to this dude, man. And what did I do? Let me Google, boop, boop, boop. Oh, that's Maverick Carter. You see what I'm saying? So guess what? If I know it and I'm in sports, what do you think everybody? Come on, man. I'm telling you. Right. So people looking at them kids, they're like, man, who's this dude right here? Hold on. This might be a payday. Them people, they look at the demographics of the family. They look at all kinds of stuff. And they pick a case in point. So I'm doing this movie. We're trying to write this show about, why you listen to me finish? Write this show about ABCD in those years and X, Y, and Z and Nike and Adidas, that feud between Nike and Adidas. And one of the players, one of the seasons is about T-Mac. Well, guess what T-Mac said about Adidas the other day?
Oh.
Come on now.
I saw
that. You see what I'm saying?
I saw that.
So what did he say? What did he say?
I think I got it, Jimmy, but keep talking.
He said they screwed over him.
But we ain't heard but one side of the story now.
I agree.
Screwed over him how?
I think in his opinion, and Hatter does a better job of, I'm a clickbait dude.
Keep going.
But in his mind, I think he's thinking that they owe him more respect than what they gave him and probably more money. I don't know. Because the T-Mac shoe really was the only shoe from Adidas that really sold. Kobe was only there 1 year, had the crazy H, maybe there 2 years, 11 went to Nike. KG had a shoe, but I don't think it was a signature shoe, was it? Hatter? Because I remember KG, it was some KG.
No, it wasn't signature. You're right.
It wasn't signature. Dwight Howard, I don't know if that was signature. Mm-hmm. D Rose did have a signature shoe, but the only shoe that
D Rose might have been the best selling one.
Huh?
D Rose stuff moved a little bit. He moved some volume.
But I'm saying T-Mac was the shoe. T-Mac was the one shoe that sold for Adidas. You know what I'm saying? It was the one shoe that really hit popularity.
But them people,
So tell me this: do you think that by Adidas not allowing his grassroots team to be on the main circuit have anything to do with his feelings toward the company now?
Absolutely.
Why so? Why so?
I mean, if you T-Mac, why wouldn't you not feel that way? They let James Harden do it. They let James Harden team play the circuit, didn't they?
Yep, they did let James Harden do it.
Exactly. So T-Mac, again, I'm gonna say it again. Like somebody said, James Harden's shoes sold, but they don't remember T-Macs, man. Y'all don't.
But James Harden was an active NBA star.
I get you. I get you, man. But T-Mac, first of all, Hall of Famer. So how many Hall of Famers played for that Adidas had that wore their shoes?
Well, they got a top 75.
Who?
James a top 75.
Oh yeah. But again, I'm telling you again. I'm talking about the popularity of the shoe back then. T-Mac was a hot shoe. He was selling that stuff back then, man.
Let me give you the quote, Jimmy. T-Mac called his relationship with Adidas rocky at this conference. He said, I've been with Adidas for 25 years. I think we're coming to an end. The treatment that I've gotten from them over the last 10 years, it is what it is. I deserve better.
So 10 years.
25. Yeah, man. That dude, listen, man.
25.
Nobody was wearing. So think about this. This is what I'm talking about.
He said 25 years, Jimmy.
Right.
He said the treatment he got over the last 10 years.
Over the last 10.
No. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, the last 10 is made him. But my point is, here's my point. Back then, think about when Sonny left Nike, they tried to find the next guy. That first guy was Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant had the Crazy Eights. I don't think people remember that. It was called the Crazy Eights. They tried to re-release it.
They like space shoes.
I understand that. And then he went to Nike. The next dude was T-Mac. They didn't have another dude. They tried, they had some dudes go to the league, but none of them was T-Mac. And the next dude they tried to get and ended everything was what? LeBron James. And they lost that deal. I'm telling you, T-Mac was the guy back then, man.
The next one that they were banking on was Sebastian Telfair. And
Yeah,
Sebastian
and that was the
Telfair.
same year as Lenny Cook.
I'm just saying, that for Adidas, they were all in on the New York movement with Bassett.
They were.
And that fell, and the dominoes fell apart.
Completely fell apart.
Collapsed on that, you know.
Completely
and
fell
I'm just
apart.
saying, because he could have very well hit a home run, and New York would have been right there back in on the scene. That was
a lot. I don't know about that one, but that's see, you know what? Bassey was one of, again. That's that New York hype machine, that New York bias, and Adidas got behind it. And when the sneaker companies gets behind you like that, it's hard. And let me tell you something, man. When them dudes decide that you're a guy, you can play terrible, you can play this, and when they get behind you with that machine, that marketing machine, ain't nothing nobody can do. And all I'm saying is the one guy that deserved it and that drove sneaker sales was T-Mac. I'm trying to figure out who's
so what do you
so
guess what though?
Who's around?
So
during
they
that
just
time?
saying so evidently he didn't have a great relationship because this stuff is about
T-Mac, and hold on, and let's get something straight. Obviously, management can change over time, and y'all may know this more than me. T-Mac was a different dude now. Let's get something straight. You're a different dude.
I just said relationship. Why you think I throw that in there?
Yeah, he's a different dude. I know you try to throw shade without throwing shade. He a different dude now. He a different dude. He can come on the show and refute that all he wants, but he a different dude. So, in 25 years, things can go south at some point. And you know how it is. They don't sell T-Max no more. They need you for it.
Yeah, I just want to make
y'all got to realize that's a German-owned company.
Correct.
I'm gonna repeat that.
Hold on 1 second. Let me pull it. It's almost time.
Yes. Oh shit! I ain't know it was that late.
Chris, can you explain what? Well, I'm gonna explain first what I meant to Mr. Catchings when I say they're not playing on the main circuit. Main circuit means 17 and under circuit. That's what I meant. So I know how people take stuff. They're on Adidas. The 3SS.
I'm saying like an EYBL team.
Yeah, you're 17 and under, and the 17s. Otherwise, it's called a friendly deal, which you have anyway. But you want that. It was implied, and a lot of people in Houston thought that T-Mac would have a 17 and under team playing in the Adidas main circuit. That didn't happen. They gave him a 16 and under, and it's like you mentioned EYBL in comparisons. Truth be told, so a lot of people technically, there's only one EYBL. That's the 17 and under with Nike.
That's it.
Let me say that again. I'm just trying to educate you because there's different degrees of ignorance, and ignorance is not a bad term. We just use it sometimes with boldness when we say the word. But once again, EYBL is only the 17 and under with Nike. Anybody want to tell you differently, then that means you need to check their credibility because they're willing to mislead you about something like that. They'll lie to you about anything. The other divisions of Nike, the 16s and the 15s, are called EYB. There's a big ass difference. Even with for starters, the EYBL teams get money. The vast majority.
But Jimmy, somebody could be an EYBL team and have 15s and 16s.
Yes, you can have it, but you're not. But it's called the EYB.
Right. They just
you're
not
playing EYBL.
Yeah, they're just not playing for the top team, but they can be part of an EYBL franchise. So if I'm the Jimmy Hicks Stars, let me finish. I'm the Jimmy Hicks Stars. We play on the 17s. We also got Jimmy Hicks Stars that are 16s and 15s that are Nike. They just don't play for the EYBL team.
They play EYB.
I get you. You understand how people, you know how the streets are, Jimmy.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, you know how the streets are.
That's why I'm educating right
Trying
now.
to clear that up.
So that people can at least understand. You went through the whole summer. Where we going? We're going to EYBL. We're going to no. You're going to see the EYBL. You're not going to play in the EYBL.
But they'll say I'm with the EYBL program. To your point, T-Mac does have a deal probably, but he can't play on the main circuit. So he has a deal to play 16s, but he can't play 17s because Jimmy Salmon in Nike is 16s, but he can't play 17s. But he does have a deal.
That's called a friendly, and that's called a friendly deal.
Okay.
Meaning that in some cases,
I don't know
friendly deals normally it used to be product.
Jimmy, I just saw something. This might be absolutely correct. Maybe he was upset they didn't support his new basketball venture. You know, the one-on-one thing. That could be your.
But he said hold on. But that could be an ingredient in the gumbo.
Yeah.
But he said 10 years.
Yeah.
So that means something happened in around 2012 that was a spark. It's a fire now. Because he didn't say 5 years.
He just said it ain't been right the last 10 years. And Jimmy, a lot of that got to Jimmy.
Something had happened.
Then the bread changed in the last 10 years.
Ago.
Them paying him.
Yo, Jimmy.
He didn't get a lifetime deal like Allen Iverson.
Huh? What does Adidas do? They sell what? Sneakers.
Right.
Yeah, but basketball is not their primary. Basketball isn't their primary.
It's not their primary. And guess what? I love T-Mac, but he's not relevant no more.
No.
So, I mean, damn. Want me to tell you. And how many people you know going around saying, I want to wear them new D Roses? Man, please.
Nobody.
I'm just being in it. Right or wrong.
I like that down there. Thanks, Kelly. Glad that I could, and that's one of the things, man. That feels so good whenever we know that certain things that we'll enlighten you on, and especially facts like the EY, something as small and minute as the EYBL versus the EYB. And you take that and learn from it. It feels good to know that that it's reaching somebody.
I hope you got that, Mr. Catchings, because he said they are on the main circuit. Yes, they are.
That's what I'm saying. You got 17 is the main circuit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100% on that. I don't believe in 16s and 15s. So you're right about that.
Yeah,
17s. You're not. And guess what? It was thought because everybody knew that was one of the worst kept secrets in town that T-Mac had a 17U coming. They gonna have Chris Johnson. They gonna have Jacob Cole. They gonna have all these guys playing with him.
I'm gonna tell you why it's the worst kept secret, because that's probably what he was out there saying. They showed him, didn't they? Hey, you know why I don't feel bad for him? Listen, man, we had in 2000, whatever it was, we had the T-Mac All-Stars. And the reason why we got that deal, because my boy was running the show at Adidas. And I said, listen, since T-Mac, that's the only reason why I named the team. T-Mac just came to Houston. I said, we should get all exclusive T-Mac gear. And that's what they did. Do you not know that dude didn't come to one game in 3 years or let them kids have access to him or go to a game or nothing? So I don't feel bad for him. How about that?
You's a hater.
I'm not a hater. That is the truth, man.
No, I said it's the truth, but it's the truth. But
Charles Woodson.
Say it again, Chris.
Charles Woodson came to see T-Mac at Yates High School. Did he not, Robert Header?
Showed it.
Did he not, Robert Header? You brought Charles Woodson to Yates High School to watch T-Mac. I remember that.
Showed it.
And that was a practice.
Yeah.
Not a game.
Yeah.
That's a real story.
But y'all didn't have no relationship with T-Mac.
It wasn't about that. Adidas put it all together.
Yeah.
We were in Houston, man.
Yeah.
T-Mac from Florida. We were in Houston with the Rockets.
Absolutely.
Wearing his gear, and we had a good program.
And they were winning.
Come on, man.
That's a good point.
And you had a lottery pick on the team.
And that dude didn't have the decent. Yeah, Hashim. That dude didn't have the decent.
I seen to be played for him. That was a lot of
I know he played for him not that long. You took him. You took him from my homeboy.
Yeah, he took him.
You took him from Rory.
NCAA made a rule because of Chris Walker. They made
Rory's
the rule.
Rory's my frat brother. That's not one. I ain't take
that. Don't mean so. You never did nothing to your frat brother?
Besides take their women? No, I don't do that, man. I stopped.
Hey, don't let him around, boy. That boy gonna chop your head clean off. Don't let him around no girl. Y'all, I'm telling you, he gonna chop your head. You go to the restroom, you chopped up, folks. By the time you get back, he done chop you clean up.
You won't have no knees. Hey man, Rick Godfrey,
So,
preach to him, Rick Godfrey.
Marcus,
hey, Rick Godfrey, tell Rick Godfrey to preach to him. Rick. That's Jimmy Kinfolk too.
What, Jim?
We got some strong miseducation out there. T-Mac, the Tracy McGrady's team, what is called one something. That is the Adidas program in Houston right now. But you don't have a 17s this year. You didn't. And he mentioned a while ago he wanted to wait on his son. That wasn't the plan. You don't turn down a 17. Ain't nobody on the planet ever turn down those 17s and say, "No, that's all right. We'll take a friendly deal to play on the sub circuit." That don't happen.
Right.
I don't care what you were told. I'm telling you that don't happen. Chris, didn't you have Adidas contract before?
Yes.
So you've been a consultant, what they call them on the contracts, right?
Correct. Yes.
So how does that work with the friendly deals with the 16s on below?
Well, I mean, listen, man, the game has changed because I also was with Under Armour and couldn't get on the circuit, and I had to go I went a different route, right? And I had a consultant deal there, which was a great deal, and I was able to take care of my program, and we actually got around that situation where you couldn't play at a certain level. Where they let me play 1 year, but after that they didn't let me play. So it is what it is. But and that was a whole lot of politics among that, but we got through that. But when you play, you got to realize there was no EYBL EYBL started that after I had T-Mac. There was a great marketing ploy by them to stop people from playing on different teams in different sneaker circuits. That's why they created it. Jimmy, you can correct me. They created it, and then the other leagues followed after that. Nike, that was their thing. So they're like, hey man, hold on. This week he played for the Nike such and such. Next week he played for T-Mac. Oh, we got to stop that. So they create the league. They make it exclusive. And then every year, Nike put more and more confines around it where you couldn't get out of it. And so then that's what happened. So if you're saying, so the 17s back in the day, I didn't have 15s and 16s. I didn't believe it. I say, yo, man, either you can play at the highest level or you can't. We're going to win with you. We're going to lose with you. Because to me, it was about recruiting. It was never about winning. If you got the best players, you're going to win. Listen, only one team can win a tournament. When you play on teams with 300 teams, only one team can win. It ain't about that. It's about getting them recruited. That was the number one thing. I said, man, as long as my kids go to school, what do I care if I'm the last man standing on a Sunday? That's what people didn't get that. Because they want to brag about the team winning the tournament. I'm like, dude, how many teams your dude getting on your team get a scholarship? That's what I care about. You thinking like a high school coach. That's what a high school coach think. I'm a summer coach. My job is to do what? Showcase talent. It's my job. And they get scholarships. We got two different functions in their life. You know what I'm saying? That's what people didn't get. So I didn't care what age group you were. I was like, as long as you was good and I thought you had talent and I thought that you was going to be a dude in the future, I was going to put you on 17s. I wasn't going to waste my time and energy with parents from the 15s and 16s. Let me explain again. Let me tell you something. Them dudes, they used to get them kids from the third grade and think they going to keep them all the way to the 12th grade and put all that time and energy into them. I just wait with a catcher's mitt till they get to like the 11th grade and snatch them. And they be like, man, I've been with you 9 years, homeboy. Ain't no scholarships in this. And the number one guys you look for are the guys that put the names on the back of them jerseys. I said, oh, they put names on the jerseys? They got them dudes locked in, huh? I'm just saying, like, that's what they about to go through in college, man. Like, you got to be a shark in AAU. There is no loyalty. Zero loyalty. And I get it. That's the way and you got to have a stomach for it. That dude could be there one day and gone tomorrow. That's what the EYBL, I'm telling you. Now, again, it's funny. Houston Hoops went to the Final Four, right? and I was on Instagram. I don't go on Instagram that often, but I was on there, and they had something about Marlon Lowe's son. I
Yeah,
guess like
he,
well,
he, he, he was busting, he was tearing ass up down there
yeah, he
for the
was
most
doing well.
part.
I liked something, and then Christian Beg. It was like 6 in the morning. Man, we had all them issues, and we still made it to the Final Four. I'm like, damn, that's good. I mean, I don't know what they. I mean, I don't know anything was going on with the Houston Hoops, but they still made it to the Final Four. My point is that Nike put a. I'm telling you, they had a barrier of entry that said, "Listen, man, either you play with us or you don't play at all." That changed the game in summer basketball, bro. I'm gonna tell you that changed the game because you should be able to go to any tournament and play anywhere and play with anybody, and it ended when they did that. You just think about this. There are dudes. Think about. I'm about to tell you how crazy this is. They do rankings. I laugh. There are kids that can go a whole spring and summer and never play against an Adidas team or Under Armour team. It's possible. They never play against each other if they just stay on their circuits and never play independently anywhere else. Am I lying, Jimmy? They may never play against each other. They unless they go to camp or Pangos or NBA players or USA basketball. Them dudes could never play against each other. That's the harm I thought. Again, Nike EYBL is great, but that's the harm I thought where they don't have a tournament at the end of the year like a tournament of the champions, and all three sneaker circuits come together and get 16 teams each, and they battle it out. Now that is something I'd want to see.
Now it was 16 teams, 4 teams each, and you get
Whatever it
12
was,
teams.
whatever it is, whatever. I mean, I'm
Four
talking about have a
teams
big tournament.
each. You get 12 teams. That way now you got an even bracket. Then that means now the winner of each bracket go into of each pool. I'm sorry, put 3 in 4 different pools. The winner of each pool. That means you got an Under Armour, a Nike, and Adidas in every pool. You got in every pool. So I mean you got to play playing somebody no matter what. Whoever wins, they go into a semifinal round. First place in that pool only advance. And that would be, and my thing is something like that wouldn't be able to transpire until at the earliest late August because you don't know who those 4 teams are until they finish their circuits.
So
Well,
what?
they finished their circuit this weekend.
I know, but so I mean you can't so for travel purposes, unless you the sponsor, you gotta unless you're gonna fly everybody from wherever they are, that means you buying those tickets. Now you put it in mid to late August, you got a little time to get them tickets 14 days, 21 days in advance.
Yeah, but if you
And
got a
then
big sponsor, and they streaming that on TV, don't nobody care. Them dudes got that kind of bread. If that was something they thought was important, they would understand, right? And that it's gonna cost them bread to bring all them dudes in. If we made it a big deal, I think that would be huge.
and another con on that is what if it's 14 to 21 days out, if somebody tweak an ankle, they got time to recover. If somebody bangs something up, they got time to recover. That's the thing. All their legs, they got time to rest and recover. But yeah, either way, depending on if you got that's the thing. Like Geico is sponsoring this double header or triple header today on
Right,
ESPN. But
right.
Geico has been doing the football games with ESPN for several years. So now they ventured over into, and they did some basketball stuff before. They have. But now I don't remember it ever being on a
They do
Tuesday.
basketball, but they do high school stuff. They don't
Yeah, high
respect the summer.
school, high
They
school
do high
stuff.
school stuff. But
Yeah.
high school is not the same as a summer, man. Them dudes be kidding. But even though those high school teams are like AAU teams that they do, those Mount Verds and all Mount Oak Hill, them AAU teams, man. That ain't no regular high school team. Those are AAU teams. All them dudes are going to
And,
school at a high level.
and
They're not from that area. They're recruited. They're AAU programs,
and
basically.
you know what else? Another benefit if they did it in 14 to 21 days out? Know another benefit would be every sneaker company has the time because now that means that platform that we just presented. I've never heard about this. Is something I just thought had this on top of my mind for a couple of years. Like this would be a perfect way to do it because it's only three sneaker companies. Well, that would give each one of them a premium amount of time for their marketing purposes to go and come up with some fresh sneakers for each one of them kids, them programs to wear. No, you're gonna put them together, put their kits together, what they gonna wear on game 1, game 2, different outfits, different stuff. That way now the marketing is premium for the sneaker company because it takes time to get that stuff together and ship it on to them. That way they can come out there with if you won the EYBL, you the champions, you got a bid in this, you're gonna have
Hey, the other thing you gotta do is lock them rosters too. Because if you don't lock them rosters, they'll be trying to have new dudes on like the TBT and shit.
well, they
That's
will
the other
do
thing.
that.
Yeah.
If you got to lock the roster, because if you don't lock the roster, or give them 2 wild cards to pull up from somebody in their own program or something, you know. But again, I think that would be something. I can't see. Well, my point is that's what used to happen before the EYBL. Before EYBL, you could do Adidas, Under Armour, Nike. Under Armour really wasn't a factor back then. You could do Adidas and Under Armour teams back then, and Reebok teams. That doesn't happen anymore. You don't see that stuff anymore. It eliminated it. You know, I mean, EYBL is the best league. Period. It is what it is. But it eliminated to even say, "Hey, go play against those guys and see if they compete against the other leagues." Yeah, okay, y'all might have the hoops may have more Division I play. I'm just throwing it out there. They may have more Division I players than the quote unquote defenders, but if they played in a game, who would win? That's gone. You don't get to see those no more. You don't get to see it anymore. You know, when T-Mac used to play against, when you put Jacobin Brown versus Willie Warren, you can't see that stuff no more playing for Team Texas. Those days are gone. And that's the part about it that sucks. Like, you don't get those matchups you used to get. You know?
Yeah, man.
I love y'all talking about LeBron James' team, but LeBron James' team is a mid-major player. He's a mid-major player. So when y'all talking about Bronny and all that stuff, y'all talking about his daddy. Y'all not talking about his talent. Just so y'all know. I mean, I ain't trying to be a hater or nothing like that. Y'all know I'm a brunsexual. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. The bottom line is the kid's just okay. Y'all caught up in social media. Y'all caught up in all that ESPN talking about him. Don't waste your time. Go watch, as Herb said, watch Eyes on the Prize or something. Do something beneficial with that 2 hours as opposed to watching Bronny and all that mess.
Yeah, but no, hold on. But Chris, Wesley Yates is playing.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, then watch Wesley Yates then, because we only talking about Bronny.
Okay, understand. You understand something. A lot of people out there have not seen him play, believe it or not. So
haven't seen who play?
Bronny.
Haven't seen who play?
Bronny. A lot of people out there have not seen Bronny
all the time, Jim.
That don't mean you stop what you was doing to go watch him play. A lot of people ain't seen him play. So that's going to be people that's going to stop what they're doing. They're going to watch him play. Let me check and
I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't seen him play yet.
See? Everybody ain't seen him play. So that means
I've heard about it. I've seen videos, but I ain't seen him play.
At some point, you're going to say, you know what? I ain't got nothing to do. Ain't nothing on. I'm going to watch him at some point. So then you will see, understand, the rankings. One thing I like about with Bronny is that I know on most polls, they have him down there in the range they don't have him up in no 20s or no 30s.
He's in the 60s.
He's in a range down there where those mid-level players are. Well, he's a tweener.
So my point is,
he's an impact at a mid-level school right now.
But you're making my point. You're watching him because his last name is James. It's not his ability. You're watching for LeBron. That's what you watch. You're not watching for Bronny. That's all I'm saying.
If Wesley Yates wasn't playing tonight, I have zero enthusiasm to watch the game at all.
Gotcha.
Because I've seen him before. But there was a time when I was like, oh man, he playing? Let me go, let me go to that game. Let me go to Glenn Smith event. That's Bronny team. Let me go see him and Dwayne Wade's son. So when you get to see him, then it's like
another scrub. But keep going. Another scrub.
No, Bronny is way better than him.
I understand that, guys, but you guys,
Bronny is better than him.
I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to diss nobody. All right, I'm not.
You just did. You just did.
Can I make my point? Just because I'm telling the truth don't mean I'm dissing him. Okay.
You farted and gonna say you Putin.
Listen, man, the dude ain't what everybody want to be. I'm just telling it like it is. And I'm not. And I love Ray Allen, but his son can't play dead. Okay. I love Ray Allen, but his son can't play dead. But I'm gonna tell you, and I love TJ Ford and his son. Like I said, TJ, he got some TJ in him. He got some T, but he ain't got the J. He got some T, but he ain't got the J. He pretty good. He held his own. But I'm gonna tell you who did show me something. James Posey's son. Woo. That dude got a chance, Jimmy. James Posey's son got a chance. James Posey's son got a chance. I'm telling you right now.
Most valuable
Am I lying,
player.
Jimmy?
Most valuable
Jimmy, am I
player on that team.
Jimmy, you saw him. Does he have a chance? Yes or no?
Yeah,
Chance to do what?
Play basketball. That dude gonna be all right, man. He got a chance.
Oh, in college, yeah.
He got a chance. He got a chance.
Yeah, he's played his way into a Power 5, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Valid
Power 5 coach called me,
prospect.
asked about it.
I'm talking about dudes playing beyond their dad's careers and names. That's what I'm talking about.
I got you.
Like Carlos Boozer's son. Give me a break. He don't need his daddy. Bad dude. Will never play a day of college. I'm just saying dudes that get it, that are former players' sons. And Bronny's son is average. He's a good player. He gonna play in the NBA. Let's get that straight. He'll never play a day of college. If that rule comes out, he'll never play a day of college. They'll delay it, and LeBron James' son will not play in college. I guarantee you that. Because LeBron's trying to play with him, Hatter. He's not gonna let him go to. I'm just saying, how many
Coach, he didn't got on. He was just talking. He said he was just talking, man. LeBron trying to lay it down, man.
LeBron is gonna get his son in that league before he lay it down. Hold on, wait, before we go, how did Shaq's son get signed to the G League Ignite?
Man, you just finna talk about everybody's damn son today.
Damn right. How did he get? No, I want to know how he got to the G League Ignite. Why not to the G League? I thought the G League Ignite was for the young boys that were high school kids, Jim.
That's a good point.
No, he went to Pearl. Oh no, that's right. Shit.
No, he went to LSU and UCLA.
Yeah, he did. So what I'm saying is, how's he with? And he played in the G. He played in the.
What's the name is not there anymore. So,
who?
Rod Strick.
Hey, we can get Jason Hart on the Chop Shop, the new coach.
I like Jason Hart.
Well, yeah, let him know we can. That way he can answer that question.
Because I didn't have no idea. So hold on.
I still want to ask him that.
But in Ignite have pros on it too, though, Jim, Chris.
Do they?
Yeah, they always have some pros that mixed in with Jalen and them. They always have pros that mixed in or guys, older guys. Yeah,
I thought it was a straight developmental
Ignite
team.
is the program.
I didn't know that.
Ignite, but they always have pros on the team or some guy or older guys on the team. Oh yes, go back and look at the roster. I did not know that. Yeah,
I gotta look at the roster because I did not. I thought it was all developmental dudes, and they played some games against the G League teams. It was developmental. It was the same as the what's it called, the overtime. It was
what is overtime doing? That's the thing you need.
Man,
to know.
I ain't heard.
What the hell are they doing? They was in the TBT the other day, getting their ass tore off.
They lost in the first round. They lost in the first round.
Overtime was in the TBT, getting their head toe clean off the bone. Hell of a brand, man.
What's going on over there, man?
I don't know, man.
You know what's funny when people got them.
They're Jimmy friend.
Well, they just signed a couple of kids just the other day.
They gonna keep signing them.
No. Remember now, they changed the platform to whereas now everything is with his name, image, likeness. Yeah. So you can still have your college eligibility now.
Yeah, they call it scholarships now.
And they have enough coming in, and with enough coming back to be able to attain them. But the fact still remains: who are you going to play?
What you trying to do? That's all I'm asking. What the fuck?
I don't know what their goal is, man.
No. Understand, Chris. Understand. Initially, with their platform, they didn't plan for a thunderstorm. Their platform was made for a sunny day. It wasn't made for a rainy day. When the COVID hit and the name, image, likeness, and the walls start to close in on the NCAA on Emmett ass, and who's didn't this his last month or something, and he on his way out right now. But when the walls started to close in, and they hurried up and scrapped and made the name, image, likeness rules and put them in place because the states was going to do it anyway. That pretty much was the Mario Elie kiss of death for the overtime league as the mechanism was proposed in their business module. That killed them because now
that's piss poor planning, man.
Guess what? At the time before COVID happened, the NCAA and Mark Emmett was like, over my dead body will it be a name image? Like we're not gonna let the inmates run their asylum, and so, but he didn't realize that the governor of California was like, oh no, he didn't, we're gonna do it. He didn't realize that certain other states were gonna say, you know what, we're gonna mess this up. We're gonna make our own rules. And,
man, let's wrap this thing up, man. You
and the Pac-12 schools, them California schools, look what they doing now. They moving over to the Big Ten.
But you see the governor trying to find out why they doing it.
Yes.
We got to get somebody from NCAA on here, man. Tell us what's going on with all that mess, man.
They all scared to talk.
Man.
They scared to talk right now. They scared as hell to talk. You know what? You know who will talk? You always get the disgruntled employee, and they will talk. We gotta get our homeboy. Get Kobe. Do we need to get Kobe back on the chop shop again? The disgruntled employee. Kobe might give it all up.
Man, Kobe don't want them to double back and try to go into his file again, man. Kobe ain't messing with y'all, man. Kobe got asylum, man. He ain't messing with y'all.
The goal. Okay, this was Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. The goal is to provide year-round training, pro-level training, and put them in situations where they were only playing basketball every day. This was a prep school's goal, but I mean, kids need money. Okay, that's their goal. Yes, I do need a nap. Yeah.
Hey, I'm coming with my top 10 tomorrow, Jimmy, just so you know.
Did you guys already talk about last week? Yeah, well, yeah. Jimmy, grassroots events last week. Did we talk about it? We talked about some of them. We talked about the Houston. Kelly, which one you want us to talk about? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Ain't nobody making no noise in grassroots but the Houston Hoops. And then they got their head beat in.
Man. I mean, they made it there. They made it there. That's a great job for those young boys on that team because, really and truly, for them making it there was the win for them. They still get to go. That's one of the things where you lose that semifinal game to Mocan, who won it all, and you can go to McDonald's too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's why John Urie said, "Give me Mocan to lead."
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
I'm the Godfather.
Yeah, and
I'm the Godfather.
We are on the grassroots showcase. We have a recap of the younger divisions on RCS Sports and the VIP News, and on Wednesday, the two upper divisions will be posted with recaps on that about them. And shout out to Live on Fleur de Lis Blue Chips for beating the fam in the Super Varsity division, and TJ Ford took the first place in the varsity division. So shout out to both of those guys. We'll talk about them on tomorrow. I got a chance to see all of them play once on Sunday. How
TJ Ford's son play?
TJ Ford's son, he went and played with the Southern Assault with the Adidas team. So that was his third team this month.
Hey, listen, man, I ain't got no problem with TJ doing that. TJ understands. You know what it is? He figured it out, man. Get your son the best opportunity. Stop getting caught up in all that old nonsense. TJ, with all that infinite wisdom, no matter how people view him or treat him, the bottom line is, hey, man, you've done all this stuff for everybody else's kid all these years. I told TJ, you do what you got to do for your son, man. If that's playing for you, that's playing over there, put him on the best situation to help your son. And that's how you got to look at it. Because you know what? In 10 years, ain't nobody going to care what team he played on, Haddon. No one's going to care. No one's going to care or talk about what team he played on. But like I told him, I said, listen, man, you done help everybody else's kid. Help your own now. Help your own. And be unapologetic about it. How about that? Be unapologetic.
But what we're going to do is we're going to be unapologetic about letting you guys know it's time to
and I'm going to be unapologetic.
I'm going to be
unapologetic about my top 10 tomorrow, too.
Chris, make your top 10 what you thought of first and make
Chris
your
ain't
top
coming
10.
tomorrow, Jimmy. I know him.
No. Make
That ain't
it an
true.
HISD. Make it your HISD top 10. How about that?
Why it gotta be? I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Because that's what you say. Oh, you don't know. What do you mean? That should be easier.
Hey, you know what? Why can't I make it all time? Because it still might
You
be
just
HISD.
You
It
just said
still
you
might
believe
make.
it.
Hold up. Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. Tag Miner played HISD. Eddie Cumbo played HISD. Rod Williams played. I mean, it can still end up being that way. I'm just letting
Well,
you
keep
know.
going. Keep on going. So make it
Don't worry, we got
HISD.
some more-
I can't wait.
Daniel Gibson played HISD.
Yeah, Elmer
We keep
Bennett.
going now.
Elmer Bennett played there.
Yeah,
Hey, man,
Chris
we ain't
Walker
talking about no
played
Elmer
there.
Bennett, man. You can't mention no Elmer Bennett without mentioning Chris Walker, because Chris Walker was going at his head. Now, I
Elmer
heard
Bennett
that
scored-
from somebody
hold
else.
on.
Listen to me.
Let me
I
get a
heard that
quote.
from somebody else.
Elmer Bennett scored 3,000 points.
And Elmer Bennett never played in the playoff game either.
Y'all didn't tell me that part.
Hold on. Guess what? Guess what? Neither,
A leading scorer.
neither
Got
did
lead
Rob
score.
Williams.
What?
How many
In the
playoff games
playoffs?
Rob Williams? I thought
How
the
many
first place went to the playoff back in.
That's
He
Milby,
went
man.
to- I got to do some research because they had some really good teams back then. I got to do some research.
What playoff game Rob Williams?
I
played
don't
in?
know. I got to do some research. Hey, listen. I know when Chris Walker was at 21-5A when Yates and Wheatley was there, Milby was going to the playoffs.
That was 10
That's
years
all I
later, dude. That was 10
That's
years
all
later.
I knew. That's all I knew.
Corey Henderson got back. I thought you were working some kids off. Come on, man. Let's get out of here. We done talked so long. Corey done went and worked 12 kids out and then came back on the damn show. We've been on here too long today.
Corey, I'm going to find that out, Corey. I'm going to find that
It's
out.
already
I'm
found
gonna
out.
that
You know
playoff
it.
stuff.
But anyway, we up out there, guys. See you guys on tomorrow, man. Thanks so much. Share the show on the way out the door of the Chop Shop. We right back tomorrow with some more good combo. And
I'll
of
be
course,
here tomorrow. I'll be here.
Yeah, where your Astros get.
Bendy said Chris is not going to show up.
She know it.
Yeah. All right, we out, baby.
We up out here. Chop Shop.
I hit the button.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop.